He might not be from Krypton, but he's heads above the rest. His knowledge can't be questioned. You can put it to the test. So if you want to hear the truth and have nowhere else to go, I'll give you the solution. Just tune into his show and just kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod.
All right, we are back. Welcome everybody, and today I got a special guest to the channel. Always welcomed, always informed. And if you want to get the latest news on all of this shit going on with
Jonathan Majors,
this man is in the trenches. If they held a gun to my head and they said, Zod, I need to know one man who could give me the best reporting, I would give this man's channel to them. Chillmonger is in the house. He's going to be helping me out. And PB's on his way. He's having some tech issues. So while we wait for him, I want to ask you, man, how's it going being in the weeds? What's it been like for you going through these trying times?
this story is so frustrating. Everything happened when he dials 911 and he says, "Hey, there's a woman here. I broke up with her last night, but she's laying lifeless on the floor. Okay, come over." And actually, she sent me some text saying that she was going to do harm to herself also. So, it wasn't me, but we need attention. Thanks. Doop. As soon as that man did that, his life, they dug into this past. They wanted to see who he dated in the past. They wanted to blame him for the state that she was in, which, before he phoned the police, she was sending text messages. We found this out in court. They were, because texts have timestamps.
Yeah.
She was just texting like 15 minutes before he made that phone call. So when she's laying on the closet, playing Toy Story, Andy's coming. She was faking it, or I guess she wanted to gain sympathy from him. I don't know why, but as soon as he dialed 911 and involved the police arrested him because they say he did this to her. And you can actually see them on camera, like miming, asking, "Hey, what about this? What about that?" They charged him with strangulation. They put him in the system. But he's not facing strangulation anymore. But like those were the headlines on March 25. They really did a number on his reputation. So now recently, okay, the latest news is New York Times. What's going on, PB?
Did you see that? He was so happy to hear about the latest news you were going to tell us about Jonathan Majors. Look at that smile on his face.
You're damn right.
New York Times is saying, okay, everything that was spoken about pre-trial that was sealed and wasn't allowed to go to the public, we know about that stuff. And I'm just like, New York Times, how the hell do you, what? Did Jonathan Majors' team reveal that to you? Or did the district attorney reveal that? Because both are a problem. That's wrong. So rather than looking at it that way and asking questions about why is the district attorney leaking things to the media, people are more so like, when Jonathan dated someone in 2017, there was a fight at the mailbox. He did physically assault somebody else.
Yeah, you know what? Me and PB have done several of these cases too. We covered Johnny Depp. We covered a bunch of these. Danny Masterson, that unfortunately he's a fucking piece of shit. It was proven. But this is the one case, and I even brought this up with PB. This is the one case that is so fucking boggling to me. Like, I don't want to say this is a setup, but I've been saying this since we've been talking. This sounds like a setup. This like
it's consistent with the setup.
it's look. I came from New York. We know how a setup works. This is a fucking setup right here. This is old school. Like, I had to shoot him because the gun was in the car.
You're from the big city. I'm just from the woods. Could you please explain to me how the setup works?
So the setup is, cop comes, right? He tells someone to get on the ground. They don't move fast enough. He shoots them, realizes, oh shit, they don't have a gun. They maybe find a gun later, conveniently, that fell out of his jacket or happens to be next to him. they shoot off a bullet maybe towards the cop car to make it look like they're off in the air or whatever it is they do, and then bam, you got yourself. Oh, they were guilty. Did you see that?
Yep. You can see
So,
her
and
down
that's
there.
what this sounds like to
He
me.
is on his hands, he's on his neck. He's basically telling her, because she's on the floor, he's telling her, hey, what? Now they can't see it.
Oh, sorry.
You see that?
Carmen
This is him
says hi.
miming. He's trying to say, hey, strangulation, say strangulation, say strangulation. He was trying to orchestrate a crime, and he's so stupid. His friend who's wearing a camera is standing right there.
Just tell me that you were choked. You don't have to say that you liked it. Just tell me you were choked.
That's all.
Like, it's very suspicious, and Hollywood's doing their thing right now, and they're burying this man's career. And this is a case where I think we have another Johnny Depp situation where he is getting railroaded hard. And even if he gets clear of this, his fucking career is over just by mentioning this. And before we mention anything else, I want to give a shout out to Carmen and Lemon Pie. Hello.
You say, hello, Carmen and Lemon Pie. You say his career is over, but at some point, there's going to be a Disney ginger that needs recasting.
I know you're mad because you want more ginger roles and ginger exclusivity.
Maybe just a little.
But anyways, I want to give a shout out really quick. PB, I got some news. Our John Wick Chapter 2 review, 147 views. Thank you, everybody. We are doing Chapter 3 on Wednesday. We really appreciate you. We were just drunk, like, narrating what we thought about the movie, and everybody fucking loved it. So we're going to, obviously, you guys like to watching us watch something else, drunkenly talk shit.
Maybe a little.
And chill. This man never seen the John Wick masterpiece franchise, so he's been going through them with us, and we've been doing watch-alongs, and number 2 was a really big hit, so thank you guys. I really appreciate it, and we'll have Chapter 3. You said Wednesday because Tuesday you got stuff going on. What was it, Wednesday?
I didn't say either of those things for this week.
Okay, so it's Tuesday or Wednesday. Gotcha.
Correct.
See, I'm a dictator. That's how we do it. It's villain forces his panel to join. All right, so now that I've made our guests uncomfortable,
John Wick isn't about shooting bang bang. It's about the creativity and what makes this different. There's some world building and rules along with the shoot 'em up bang bang. There's camera angles that are cool no, we're not there yet, PB, but a couple movies from now you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. no spoilers.
It's special. It's not just, oh, there's a spy. Oh, someone wants to kill me. How do I avoid him? It's not a car chase. It's not like that. It's more to it.
Carmen said, "Hey Zod, Chill didn't say hi." I'm gonna do sad face.
Did he
Carmen,
not?
You get this and you get that, Carmen.
Oh, what a nice guy. See, this is why I love all of our guests for the most part are pretty normal. We haven't gotten Justin on yet, so we'll see how that goes.
That'll change the normal scale.
When it gets too normal, Justin jumps in. But Justin Proper said he's gonna pop in probably later. He's got the link. JD Davis says, at your Zod's fandom zone. Hey, fearless leader. Sounds like I've missed the wrong stream. Yes, you have.
Every stream that you miss is missing the wrong stream.
Exactly. So tonight we've got some headlines. I'm a little late on this one.
Dude, nice fucking shirt.
Pokemon.
Oh. Come on. You know, PB, you always bring up Pokemon, so I had to. I forgot. I wore this on stream. I dug up my fucking Pokemon shirt because PB always once a stream mentions Pokemon, and we're both fans of the old school. I thought the new one was ass, but I've been following up. You know it was garbage. Let's be real.
The characters and the Pokemon aren't garbage. The only thing that is garbage is the quality of play. There's way too many glitches. The frame rate. Oh my god.
And the frame rate is terrible. It's like, come on, Nintendo, do better. You fucking release Breath of the Wild,
Right.
and Tears of the Kingdom, and you can't give your main IP that makes billions of dollars.
You know, the problem is they rush the games. It's that every 3 years they have
Yeah.
cards, they have the anime. It relies on a 3-year cycle of when they get the
Yeah.
new generation. But Zelda doesn't. They'll just wait for a quality game.
Exactly, and that's the difference. And speaking of which, Mega Jetty 1, stop fucking giving spoilers. Now I just ruined my segue.
What's up, Mega Jetty?
Mega Jetty, we are doing that. The first topic, it's a little bit somber, I know, but don't worry, we got funny shit coming up. But
We got Super Bowl predictions coming up.
yeah, I predict Taylor Swift. Anyways, fuck what anyone says. She's fucking hot. I won't fucking die on this hill.
Am I the only one here not wearing something Pokemon now? Did you have that hat on before?
I had to put it on when I heard Pokemon.
Oh, you bastards.
See, no one knew this was actually secretly the Pokemon stream.
I can find a shirt. You want to have my hat? Here, PB, take it. No, it doesn't work like that.
Well, I tried.
No, it doesn't. Let's try it again. No, it doesn't work. No.
Still empty.
We're so stupid.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Force perspective is a fantastic.
You know, I am so glad to have the late night talks energy back. I know it's been a while, guys. I've been working. I've had some shit going on, but I'm back, and Bitchy says I need to make money. So we are getting this channel going, or Bitchy's gonna divorce me before we get there. So and PB was like, yeah, we gotta actually start doing shit. So here we are, and
you should let me do the stream. Sorry, I know you want to really get to Carl Weathers. You should let me do the stream share thing, because it's not enabled. Like on the top right, it doesn't say stream to your audience. Because if we did that, I could share it with mine, and I could be like, guys, I'm also streaming on Zod, and then I would say, bye, guys. If you want to continue, here's the link to Zod's YouTube.
Wait, how do you do that?
You have to do that in StreamYard. Yeah, I didn't know that was an option.
That's a thing?
It's a thing it's just not there on the top right. You see where it says end broadcast for you? Instead, for me, it should say share stream with your audience. It's somewhere in the settings. Carmen says Teddy Ursa.
Good morning, Christine. Welcome. See, this is why we should have been going later. I'm actually getting a good artist. So everybody's been up on the Carl Weathers news. Unfortunately, I had shit going on. I couldn't cover this, but I wanted to come at a different angle.
What happened? What happened with Carl Weathers?
Unfortunately, if everyone didn't know, Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed, fucking, always forget his name in The Mandalorian. I just call him
Grief Karga.
Oh, see, I called him Apollo. That's how I always remember him. He was like, when he first came out.
The High Magistrate Grieve Karga.
See, I added that. I said, the High Magistrate Apollo Creed. But no, he played Grief Karga. He played Apollo Creed. He's been in a lot of things. He was also in one of my favorite action movies of all time with the great Arnold Schwarzenegger, Predator. Great fucking movie. Love that movie. The original Predator. So he has a very storied...
and let's not forget, he also played for the, at the time, Oakland Raiders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. So... Hey, Bosco Scenario, welcome.
Bosco.
He has a very illustrious career, but everyone's been covering this, and I wanted to go to probably one of his best friends and someone who had something to say about it. A little bit of a touching thing here.
Sylvester Stallone?
Awesome. Yeah, how'd you know? Sylvester Stallone.
Either him or me.
God damn it. Everybody's fucking ruining my segues tonight. First, Mega Jenny 1 comes in and it goes, R.I.P. Apollo Creed. I'm like, God damn it. Why do I put the headlines up now? Like, everybody's spoiling it. Okay. So, yes, Sylvester Stallone, and this is from today. today.
It's from today. Okay. That's
Sylvester
that is
Stallone.
straightforward. I appreciate it.
That's the only way a villain knows how to be. Sylvester Stallone opens up about late Rocky co-star Carl Weathers. I couldn't have made it without him. And Sylvester Stallone, okay, if I had to pick out of two of these people, and look, you can love Sly. I love Sly. But that man fucking takes steroids. Let's not beat around the bush. No way you're fucking 80 and you got to build like that. Alright, I'll call it bullshit. Alright, I love you, Stallone, but you know you're juicing as fuck.
Medical technology has advanced to a point where you are.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just ask Vince McMahon.
Let me finish the joke.
Okay, go on.
All I was saying was medical technology has advanced to the point in the present day that you're probably correct.
He's from the school. Him and Vince McMahon have the same workout plan. Let's just put it that way.
Yes, absolutely.
And he has amazingly hot daughters. Goddamn genetics were.
Oh, is that who's on the couch with him?
Yeah, that's who's on it. I like.
Hold on. That's what these chicks are? These are Stallone's daughters? He ain't got no sons?
Yeah, have you never seen the show? Where
Fuck no, I never watched this. The last time I watched a TV show about a family was Gene Simmons' Family Jewels. And then he got married, and I was like, okay, show's over, because that was the big fucking hullabaloo that the whole fucking show was built on, and then I stopped watching.
Yeah, that was like, you got all you needed. So, Sylvester Stallone does have a great show that I was watching about, like, and his daughters. He seems like the most awesome fucking guy ever, and I want to hang out with him. But Carl Weathers got to, because they were good friends. You know, rest in peace. I'm not going to say some fucked up shit, because...
If I can't see the words, I don't know what your audio typos are.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm doing the little plus thing. Here we go. Is that good for you, blind bastard?
Yeah, that'll work. What is this truck? That thing looks pretty cool.
That thing looks bitchin'. Nope. Dodge. Fuck you. Can't do it.
Wow.
It's Sylvester Stallone. Look, I could speak from experience. I had a red Dodge pickup, and that motherfucker went off the road first fucking snowfall. Although to its defense, I did not put the sandbags on where the wheels are, so the back end fucking slid out.
Was this in Wisconsin or in New York?
Wisconsin. I was well, you know, quad graphics.
Fucking New York drivers. Anyway, continue. What's up,
hey, Laura? What's up? I'm glad we're getting everybody in. This is nice. So Carl Weathers, Stallone opens up about him on Today, and he says the news of his Rocky co-star Carl Weathers' death earlier this month left him numb. It still chokes me up, Stallone said on Today on February 8th.
Oh man, he should have said it left me numb like when Apollo punched me in the face.
Oh yeah, that was a good segue into a Rocky joke. But I understand you got to be kind of serious with these things, especially on live television. God, you heathen! Have some decorum, PB.
We're on fucking live television. Somebody's got us on a TV somewhere.
I saw him as Superman. He really was. He had the voice, the talent, the humor. He had it all, Stallone told Savannah Guthrie. Damn, nailed it. All right. I couldn't have made it without him. Stallone also shared his first impressions of Weathers when the actor auditioned for the role of Apollo Creed in the first Rocky movie, which was released in 1976. God damn. When you think about it.
48 years?
It's a 48-year. Yeah, like... And let's be clear, he died peacefully in his sleep of natural causes, and I'm glad that...
Wait,
I'm not glad he died.
I've never heard that until you saying that right now. I thought it was a private thing.
No, they released it finally. He died in his sleep. It was a pulmonary cardiovascular...
He had a heart attack in his sleep?
Yeah, heart failure thing. Basically a heart attack. So he went in his sleep. He went peacefully. And I think, if any of us could have that kind of a...
I'm sorry, but, like, if I was asleep, right, and then
Mhm.
all of a sudden I had a heart attack, that doesn't sound peaceful at all.
Right. That's what I'm thinking
And,
also.
like, the fact that you were in the house, let's say, in
Okay.
a different room, and then somebody went to bed in a different room, and then they had a heart attack in the middle of the night. Why do you think that was peaceful? Just because you weren't around to witness their pain?
Thank you, Janie Davis. That's what I was looking for. Pulmonary embolism. So, the thing is, though,
Something like now the pulmonary embolism, you probably die within a couple seconds. It's not really painful.
that's what I'm saying. It was. I know it was very quick. It was in his sleep. He passed on. I just think about, okay, imagine you go to sleep, right? You're like, fuck, I got so much shit I gotta do. I gotta shoot for Mandalorian season 4, right? You go to sleep, and then you just wake up in heaven. That's gotta be awkward. In my case, I'll probably wake up in hell. That'll be super awkward. But it's just like that transition's gonna be fucking crazy.
I don't know.
I want
feel
you to
like
wake up in heaven.
I want to too, but I'm living this villain life.
So
you know
now
how it goes.
there's a lot of people on this planet that have gone through some very drastic transitions, and I don't believe that transitioning to heaven is drastic. You wake up, you're like, fucking A, party time.
Well, okay, let's flip that. Say you wake up and you're in hell. I'm still gonna be like, let's go, baby.
Well,
Where's Hitler with the pineapples? He's got a 5 o'clock.
That's what I was gonna say. Instead of party time, it's pineapple time.
Come on, we all seen
Adam
those.
Sandler movie.
Reference.
Huh?
Yes, Little Nicky.
Yes.
You know what? Everybody says they hate that movie, but I guarantee you, every fucking person has seen that movie at least once, and then lied and said they didn't like it, but they see it again. Like every time it comes on, people don't turn that movie off because it's so fucking funny.
Okay.
You can't tell me.
If I wasn't a big football fan, Little Nicky would probably be my favorite of that second generation of Adam Sandler movies.
Oh yeah, that was one of the better.
The Longest Yard takes place in that generation. So
The Longest Yard was good. It was
right. The Longest Yard's amazing, but all of those movies are always competing with either Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison. Like that's your favorite Adam Sandler movie. If you're
I like Mr. Deeds out of everything.
Really, you're Mr. Deeds guy.
And then when you think about the jeweled one, I know this is later on. What's the one with Kevin Garnett with the?
Precious Gems.
That one.
Yeah, that was my favorite. Like he played the scumbag New York jeweler. That dude. That ending is so fucking shocking. It just like you're just like, oh man, like you know it's coming, but just the way it happens, I was like, holy shit! And dude, Adam Sandler can act. Holy shit!
I didn't know it was coming. I didn't know it wasn't spoiled to me. And usually the heroes make it to the end, so it was good.
I mean, let's be real. He was kind of a fucking dirtbag. He wasn't a hero.
I've never seen this movie that you're talking about.
Yeah. Check it out. I think it's on
Gems.
Netflix. Uncut
Gems. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's on. I want to say Netflix. Janie
I'm
Davis
sure
says,
if it's an Adam Sandler movie, I'm sure it's on Netflix.
Janie Davis says that's how my grandmother passed. She was only in her 50s.
Wait, when did she pass? Well, Jamie, when did she pass? Was
some time ago?
But like, did she get the jab? Because I was gonna go the Carl Weathers question. Like, did Carl Weathers get the jab?
Chillmonger. Janie's mother is in her 80s, and her grandmother died in her 50s. So, 50 years ago.
I like Jack and Jill.
Rough numbers.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking.
Zod with Adam Sandler. Jack and Jill. I'd even take the Zoan over that. I was not a huge fan of Jack and Jill, but
Jack and Jill is it's not peak Sandler, that's for sure.
No, but it's not unwatchable Sandler either. It's like in that weird, like it's a weird middle ground.
Now it's funny that randomly we jumped into Adam Sandler without even like saying that Carl Weathers was Chubbs.
Yeah, that was. I think like, that's where we were.
I didn't know going. That obviously. I'm watching Happy Gilmore, And the only other person that I know in the movie by name is the main chick, Julie Bowen. I didn't know anybody else by name. I was like, oh, random person, I mean, Bob Barker, but he's not like a recurring
The Price is
character.
Wrong, bitch.
Right, exactly. Everyone here remember that. Like, I didn't like it. Never even popped into my head like, oh, that's Apollo Creed, because I was never a huge Rocky fan. Like, I like Rocky, but I'm not a massive Rocky fan. Not a massive.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Apparently,
I
a fan
ran
of
up those
everything that
stairs.
fucking Carl Weathers does. I've never found something that he'd done that I was like, you know what? I don't need to see that again.
No, like Carl Weathers is one of those actors who just plays himself, like even in Mandalorian, even the terrible season 3.
Oh.
Carl Weathers himself is still great in the role. He never stopped being bad.
Constantly the bright spot.
Constantly,
like,
any role.
This is boring. And then he shows up and he got so fucking quip, but he's making you fucking laugh, and you just forgot about how the last 20 minutes of your life were wasted because nothing happened.
Who found him for Mandalorian? Was that John Favreau just like, I didn't direct yet? John, I need Carl Weathers. You can play Grieve Karga, go.
I think when John Favreau casted him, he didn't realize how many people were gonna love that character, and he just saw the response.
Okay, if it depends on whether or not this is like a Nick Fury situation where he's like, you know what, I would really love Carl Weathers to be in my show, and we don't have a character for him, so we'll just make one up. But if it was the other way around, and they're like, okay, we got this character called Grief Karga, we need to bring in some people, we need to figure out who's going to play this character, and then they got Carl Weathers, and they were like, well, hot damn.
they're like, look at this portfolio. They're like, yeah, that'll do. And this is curious.
I see that you are the second person to audition for this role, and there's a room full, and you can walk out there and tell them to go home.
Yep, no other person is leading. But like Stallone quotes here, we lost a legend yesterday. My life was forever changed for the better. The day I met Carl Weathers. Rest in power and keep punching. That's such a fucking Rocky fucking thing to say. That right there inspires me. Like, chill. I don't want to send you off to the gym early. I'm sorry, because now you gotta play that.
Air climber just going up and up. I don't know why I haven't done that. Why have you guys ever done that stair climber with the Rocky theme? Why have we not done that yet?
No. You know what?
And that's not even one I put on my headphones. I just have it on my phone playing, and everyone walking by would be like, "Yeah, that makes sense. I get it."
That would be good.
But yeah. So the rest of it was just like them capping off what happened, and we're not gonna watch the fucking today.
Dude, okay, so obviously, if we're talking about current time, as far as I know, the only active role he had going on was Grief Karga in The Mandalorian. And I don't specifically remember how the season ended, but as far as I can remember, like his story, if he doesn't show up again, it's not going to affect the story.
No, I believe they wrapped it up. Because they got the pirate people out, and he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna magistrate and do my magistrate thing." Right. I think they left it open to have him come back.
Almost the same situation as like Gina Carano's character. It doesn't have like an ending, but there isn't anything left open-ended.
Yeah.
Speaking of open-ended and Gina Carano, while we're on the subject, have you guys been hearing that bullshit that's been going on?
Okay, so this is what I know. I'll tell you everything that I know. When you sit there and you're just randomly looking at your phone for, you're watching a video, you're checking a message, you're looking at, some pornography. Right, that's what you're doing. And then notifications come through, and it's like, boom, Gina Carano sues. Boom, Gina Carano sues. We're doing a live stream. Guess what we're talking about? Gina Carano suing us. So apparently Gina Carano's suing Disney?
And she's backed by Mr. Moneybags Elon Musk.
What does that mean? Like
Freedom
he's
of
paying for the
speech.
lawyers?
Yeah, it means that he's really angered at Disney, and he was like, "Hey, anyone who lost their job this way," and people were tweeting, "Gina, look what Elon said. Elon said this: if you lose your job for free speech, he'll defend you." And it's been a year or so, and she's made a case to him, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll financially fund you." And now
I,
it's really not going to end because Gina gets her her money. There's no
No.
settlement here. She wants to be
In the
vindicated.
job.
What?
and you know what? You know what? Let's be real
She
here,
wants a
okay?
job back.
I don't jump, and I'm gonna be perfectly blunt. And I know there's a lot of other channels, and you can fucking send your spies in and listen to what I gotta say, okay? I think
Yeah,
you guys are all
you don't have to tell them to do that. They're already here.
they're already here. But there's a lot of those dick riders who are just riding the dick,
I'm taking a
and
drink,
they have
Johnny.
been.
I'm taking a drink. Come on.
They have been for a long time, but it's like a blind squirrel that finds a nut every once in a while, or a broken clock that's right twice a day. In this rare case, let's be real, let's look at facts, and this has been covered thoroughly.
What's up,
I
Johnny?
personally think she was wrongfully terminated. I think that the way they went about it, and here's the thing, when you have the fucking creator, Jon Favreau, come out, and you can look up any article, and he said, in so many ways, he was not happy with the decision that was made, meaning that someone above his head ordered the termination. And we all know who that is. I hate to bring her up because it's like the fucking Star Wars boogeyman or the Baba Yaga, but Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Let's be real. So, Disney claims to be about equality, right?
Sorry.
And yeah, and all of these female empowerment, and we got to change everything in fucking Marvel to female characters, and we got to make a fucking Pirates movie starring a female character and get rid of Jack Sparrow because everybody fucking wants to see that. And I have Pirates fans here, and I can tell you right now, they ain't watching that fucking movie without Johnny Depp. Number two.
Okay, the problem with the all-female Pirates movie is not enough bust. If you're going to cast an entire ship floating on the ocean and bouncing around, these motherfucking bitches better be having D cups. Come on.
But besides that, okay, they
Sorry.
claim that they're against racism. They fucking got rid of Jonathan Majors with quickness. But now Pedro Pascal comes out and says some wild shit about the border. Not a fucking peep. Gina Carano comes out and says a very non-offensive, at least to me. You can fucking say what you like to. I personally
This was
don't
an
think
analogy.
it was an analogy. That fucking tweet was ridiculous, and she gets fired, what, the next day? What, it took a week before we found out that she was fired. Like, where is your metric for getting rid of people? Like, it's all PR, and I think that it should be held
I can
accountable.
tell you,
Did we
was that a
forget
serious
that?
question? Where's the metric for getting rid of people? Because I can tell you where the metric is, and it's on the political scale. And if
Hey, you
you're
know
right
what,
of
Laura
center,
B?
you're fucking gone.
Laura B, so I do got an article about that I'm probably going to cover. They can't offer Johnny Depp
petition.
enough fucking money. He doesn't want the franchise. He doesn't want, and I don't blame him. It's like, no, you guys fucking threw me out to the wolves, and now because every fucking franchise you're doing is going down like the fucking Hindenburg, and now you want to fucking call me and go, oh, Johnny, we were joking, man. We were joking. We didn't say didn't say you were fired. What we meant to say was you were on a break, like James Gunn.
Get some
It
lawyers,
was
do a little negotiating with Disney so that Johnny Depp can own the character of Jack Sparrow. Let John just all the rest of the characters, let him go into the movies. It doesn't fucking matter. The movie's gonna fail. It's not gonna fucking work. Whatever. But let Johnny Depp own the character of Jack Sparrow, just like Dwayne Johnson owns the character The Rock. And you just let him go out and do whatever the fuck he's gonna do. And I don't know, for doing nothing, you get 10% of the profits.
Yeah,
But swing
10%.
10%.
Right. He'd be like, okay, I'll give you 10% of my Jack Sparrow money, and then he can go out and you just fucking make bank off of that. Like, can you imagine just not like YouTube shorts, but like short videos of Jack Sparrow just out in the world doing stuff? It doesn't even have to be the pirate world. He can go to fucking Walmart. People will watch.
I'd watch those shorts. But
Yes.
okay, but swinging back around to the main topic we started here by surprise, who here, and I'll go down the line, who here thinks Gina's got a case? I'll tell you it's a big fucking eye for me. Chill, you're a guest, so I'm fucking skipping PB this time. What do you think? How do you think her odds, especially with Elon, big dick, money bag, Musk?
So it's Trump appointed lawyers. Even though it's happening in the state of California, it's Trump appointed lawyers. And that's important because what is Gina's one of her biggest offenses? The pronouns. Beep, bop, beep, boop.
Yep.
If you tell somebody fresh out of college, hey, this is offensive, isn't it? They're going to go, yeah, pronouns. Why would she say that? Why she's poking at people. If you tell a jury of like 50-year-olds, she said beep, bop, boop, transphobe. They're going to go,
what the fuck does that mean? That's exactly what they're going to say. I'm going to be like,
she's what phobe?
What?
And as much as it comes to, that was during COVID-19, right? And that kind of stuff, and none of that's criminal, none of that's warranting of the slander. But the statement that Disney put out, Gina is no longer under employment with Lucasfilm. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, sure. She's not under your employment. It doesn't mean you fired her. You guys kept saying terminated her. Nah. It just means that she hadn't signed yet for Rangers of the New Republic. So she literally was just in between contracts. She was a free agent, and they had plans to do stuff with her, but she never actually signed. So that's why they could say she's not under employment.
Ooh,
now,
technicality.
But, for the most part, for all intents and purposes, yes, she was fired, let go, discontinued the relationship. But nothing legally had needed to happen. They just were like, oh, I guess we're not using you for Rangers. But that next statement that Disney put out said, like, her statements are abhorrent and against our values. That's the part where you go, okay, that's kind of defamation right now.
Yeah, because they are saying, right, and chill, fucking great catch there.
What's up,
It
Tim?
is what in the legal system we've seen 1,000 times. It's all about the wording. Now, if you cover your ass, and that's what baffles my mind now that you bring that up, because I did see that statement. Now that you bring that up, why would you follow up with a very non-evasive, good, not good, but typical corporate statement, right? Yeah, she was like, oh, so you could say, oh, she didn't re-up on her contract. And then follow it up!
And then with that, I thought she wasn't your employee. You don't got anything to say. If that's not someone who works for you, there's no relationship there. All right. You don't. Why don't you say anything about freaking Mel Gibson, huh? What is your statement that has to do with...
oh, my God. Like... How many look, I love Mel. I still watch his movies. I watched Fat Santa Claus, or when he played Santa Claus. It was a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
But let's be real. He's got a little bit of racist tendencies.
I'll use Jake Lloyd. Jake Lloyd formerly was employed by this company. When Jake Lloyd acts up and gets arrested or has something due to his schizophrenia occur, is there a statement? Jake Lloyd is no longer under employment here. But however, what he did was abhorrent. And if they're not your employee, they're not your employee. So she's got a case. That was your question? She's got a case.
Yeah, Tim, welcome. Tim's talk, or as we like to say, Adam Driver. We know it's Adam Driver. We know it's you. Anyways, also her main thing is sexism because male members said some things that weren't checked supposedly.
Dude, okay. Serious question. What in the fuck do females talk about in the locker room? Because I know what the fuck we talk about in the locker room, and everything that I've ever heard on the internet about anybody ever, incredibly tame. What the fuck are women talking about? Because from my experience, they're nastier than we are when it comes to the verbiage.
And here's the thing. It's not so much, for me, I think it's more of when you're doing these cases, and we saw this with Johnny Depp's case too, you're trying to gather anything you can. Now, maybe some sexist shit was said, but if you're going to build a case, right, you got to grab as much shit as you can because maybe she won't get the sexist. Maybe she won't get the defamation. But if you hit them at all angles, you're going to nail something.
As much as I would like that to be a point, I don't know how you win your case for you being fired because somebody else at the company was sexist towards you, like on a personal basis. Like they said, like they had the cartoon with the caterpillar on the French fry, and you want to know what the fuck that's from? Drew Carey Show. That's
well,
the
like,
first thing of sexism that I ever fucking remember in any media is on the Drew Carey Show, because he put up that fucking cartoon and Mimi goes batshit crazy because, you know, it's racy and offensive and it makes me feel weird. Like, fucking shut up and do your job in your cubicle, bitch.
and like, here's the thing. Now, what I'm thinking that they want to look for is establishing a pattern, right? Like, maybe some of the firing not only has to do with, because look at Pedro Pascal's statements, right? He said something that goes against their core values. He's making a staunch political statement that's very controversial. Yet, out of the two of them, the one who gets punished is the woman. So I could see where you can make the sexist argument, because right there, it's like, and look, I have nothing against Pedro Pascal. I love him. Think he's funny.
Oh,
the old, one of my favorite movies of all time.
The old, we fired you because you were stirring up trouble. Like,
exactly.
You were reporting people. Like, everything was fine before you said something.
Exactly. So I think it's you could make the claim of sexism based off of, well, here's a statement he made, now here's the statement I made. What's the fucking difference? Mine is an allegory. He had a fucking picture and literally blatantly was commenting on something. So now, if I'm going
they
against
only knew the things that we said about her. Fuck.
Yeah,
she ain't never come to work in the fandom zone.
And like, here's the thing. I don't think Gina Carano is the greatest actress in the world. I've seen her fucking really bad movies. I'm sorry. They're fucking terrible.
What do you mean? I don't know how many times I've watched Deadpool, but it's exclusively not for her.
No. I'm talking about movies where she's exclusively the lead. Not where Ryan Reynolds.
I never watched them. I never seen the Prairie movie, guy. Sorry.
There was another one, another political movie too, where she played.
I don't know the other one. I just know that's the one that you and Black Angus were fucking ripping apart because you were like, "What in the fuck happened here? Why is the Daily Wire making movies?" I don't get it.
Oh God, it was so bad. It was so bad, and it's just like, so I don't see her as leading lady material, but when you get sandbagged by Disney, like me and Chill were talking about with Jonathan Majors, that's a big blemish. Now, Jonathan Majors, I think, is different because for me, he's just getting off the Titanic before it sinks because Marvel's fucking they've hit the iceberg. They're waiting for that motherfucker. Like, the crew is playing the violin as the fucking boat is sinking, and they're like, all right, boys, one more for the show.
They're like, one more, we'll enjoy it. This is Deadpool 3, things are cool. But in comes Thunderbolts and the rest of the...
Dude, I got a serious question about Marvel here, if we can just sidetrack for a moment. Is the problem with Marvel not the fact that the quality of production has gone down? Because let's just say that the writing isn't as good. Let's say all of the... I assume the quality of production has stayed at least the same because they're constantly using the same people in their own studio. I feel like we've made it to the point, if they want the entire story to be connected and it to be just, this is the start, this is the finish. The problem that we've run into right now is exclusively volume, because you're like, okay, my favorite movies are Civil War, Infinity War, Winter Soldier, Iron Man 3, because I love Christmas.
Oh yeah, check out. By the way,
you have your favorite movies.
Check out our tier list.
You can only have so many. That's a good tier list. You can only have so many favorite movies, and every time they add one, you're like, well, I don't know if I can fit this up into this tier. I don't have time to rewatch them. Like, I've seen the original Iron Man. It's been out since 2008. So what's that? 15 years?
Yeah, about.
Right? Yeah, so 15 years-ish. I've seen it well over 200 times. Well over
But how
200
many times have you seen the new
I-
ones? Like once or twice.
No, the other Iron Man 3, I'm probably getting close to triple digits, and Iron Man 2, I'm probably in triple digits.
No, I'm talking about Shang-Chi and
No,
all the
we
other
don't even
ones.
have to go there. Let's use something that's a good metric because you're going to want to see it again because it's a good movie. I have not seen Infinity War 50 times. I haven't.
I mean,
I've seen it a good
I could have.
10 times.
I haven't.
I've seen it a good 10 times.
Yeah,
too.
I'm probably somewhere in the 10 to 15 range. But like compared, I understand that Iron Man been out a decade longer, but holy shit, like that means I watch it 10 times every fucking year. I don't watch Infinity War 10 times every year.
So I'm glad we
I
brought.
think it's a volume problem. They need to end the story. They need to start again. They need to DC this shit and Flashpoint everything.
See, that's the one thing I love about DC. We got Flashpoint. You
can
fucking
Flashpoint
like
whatever you want.
It's a big reset. It's like oh, Batfleck didn't work. Boop, restart. Now we got James Gunn, the future. Hey, fuck y'all. I'm a villain. Y'all know the channel. DC's coming back, baby. We got the best out of fucking Marvel. So fuck you, Marvel. We're gonna finally win.
And I'm a Marvel guy, but I'm open to DC coming and doing really well. Like I want them to succeed, so I'd have something to go to the movie theaters to see. It's not like I don't like Superman. You know, I just like Marvel more. That's all.
But that's the thing, though, Chill. I don't blame you because the last fucking time we got a good Superman, it was what, Brandon Routh? What was that? Like fucking 10 years ago?
I was okay with Henry Cavill.
I mean,
no, I like Henry Cavill, but Henry Cavill was given a shit story.
He was given a bad story, but he was a good Superman. I
Right.
like the original Man of Steel.
My main point is just that Marvel can screw up. Marvel can learn that DC is about to do a reboot and it'll all work. And maybe when Superman Legacy comes out next year, Marvel will be like, they rebooted and everything went fine. Maybe Secret Wars should be the final movie. And we can just say goodbye to every actor we have and just start anew and recast T'Challa. And everything would be happy.
I knew! I was waiting for him to stick that in. That was good. That was good.
We need the Black Panther, not just any Black Panther. Yeah. We could say goodbye. We could have a send-off. Avengers Secret Wars, the final Avengers. And zip. Then we start all over again, cast new actors to play the X-Men. And this time the X-Men will start in the universe, right?
Right. No.
We'd be okay. It'll be 17 years at that point.
And I agree. See, Tim's out. I think at this point, a lot of people are down with a reset. It's like, what are you doing? You made something that no one could ever do. Like, no one can take that away from Marvel. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with
the only people that, I say people, but it's more closer to a person. The only person that's ever come close to that is Star Wars. And there are massive breaks in the middle, not constant fucking hitting you over the head. The movie come out, you want to see the next one? Movie's coming out, you want to see the next one? Because that's the cycle that we're in now. And that wasn't a problem before. But I mean, think of all the nerds out there, and I don't know how many there are, but I know that they exist, that rewatch every MCU movie before they see the new one. That fucking task is getting pretty tall.
Oh yeah, and then you're going to the shows.
I used to do it. I did it all the way up till fucking Infinity War.
Dude, I still watch the fucking Netflix shows. I was just watching them the other day.
But I'm saying,
she walks in and she goes, "Are they having sex in a Marvel movie?" I go, "No. This was when Marvel was good."
2 weeks of time if you're only getting one movie in a night. You got to take 2 weeks of time and be like, okay, we're not watching any of the new TV shows come out. Something comes out on streaming. Fuck that. We got to watch all the MCU because the Marvels is coming out.
And then you go see the Marvels, and you're like, well, that was a fucking.
And then I go see the Marvels, and I go, you know what? Maybe not the greatest movie, but they took 3 hot chicks and put them in 3 tight outfits, and I'm game for that.
And no, there was only one bright spot.
I don't care if you say no. What do you mean no? Not to mention,
who's your bright spot?
I mean,
I think
everybody knows I've got a secret love-hate with Brie Larson. That's nothing new on this channel.
I thought inside of the story you were going to say that the bright spot was Ms. Marvel's family because they're fucking hilarious.
No, just her character in general, and I feel bad for the
She's
actress.
the best. She's the best character in the movie.
Oh yeah, by far, she's the best, and that's what Marvel needs. When you look at her character, think about when this first started. Charisma, yeah. There's no energy. There's no hype. I think that's what we're like.
You
look
cannot
at Guardians.
teach charisma.
Look at
You cannot teach charisma.
No, like keep Kamala Khan. If you reset, keep Kamala Khan. Keep that actress. She's very likable.
Nope. Keep zero. None of them need to be back. If you're gonna reboot, hard reboot. Don't fall in for that because you know how James Gunn gets so much heat because some people are saying Sholo from Blue Beetle's thing. Why not Henry Cavill? Don't do that. Just say zero.
Oh yeah, but to be fair with that situation, those are the fucking. I don't associate with the weird Snyder cultists. You're talking about the other people who think that fucking Zack Snyder should still be fucking making movies. Even though he wanted to have Batman rape. I don't. Yeah.
Damn it, Zod, shut up. You want to do the hard reboot, get rid of everybody. So how do you feel about doing that? And then for, let's say, X amount of time.
Thank you, Laura B.
Everything is brand new. And then we get to a point where they're like introducing new characters that have been around but haven't been in the story. So you don't know who they are. Could they be a recast from previous?
I mean, you could do that because they're keeping Jason Momoa.
I feel like Lobo. At that point, we're going to be like a decade down the road, and you're going to get a nostalgia.
And I think Jason Momoa is a great Lobo.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's.
I'm open to Jason Momoa Lobo, sure, but everything PB's saying sounds good to me too.
Yeah, like.
Definitely like it has to be. It's got to be spaced out far enough that it's not like, okay, every movie now I'm expecting a character to come back from the previous fucking iteration.
Just Blue Beetle.
Blue
Beetle and that one character from John Cena thing, the James.
Yeah, Peacemaker, because they're doing a season 2. It's coming out soon. I can't fucking wait.
So Viola Davis, Amanda Waller. Well, I'll take those two.
Oh yeah, because fucking it's Viola Davis. She's a great Waller. Like, yeah, don't get rid of.
Okay, the only thing
I can't see
what throws me off about that is usually in my mind before she was crushing it, I always pictured like a brick of a woman from Justice League because she's essentially a giant rectangle walking down the hallway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got the biggest fucking shoulder. I was like, fuck, man, your shoulders are wider than Kingpin's. I'm impressed.
She does.
That's what I always pictured. And now, like, whenever anybody says Amanda Waller, I was like, how to get away with murder.
I'm just looking at the casting staying the same for Daredevil as continuity. And fine, if they want to say that this was him, that this was it, yeah. I'm just going to ask, if this is MCU canon, where was Daredevil during Avengers Endgame, because Doctor Strange...
No, if you watch the Netflix shows, they do reference it. They reference it out.
They don't reference.
They do reference. Dude, I've watched the Netflix shows like a fucking 100 times. I was just watching Jessica Jones.
So many things that you've told me.
She literally says, "Oh yeah, when the big green guy tore through here, nobody knew how to take our powers." That's literally a fucking.
Is that from Endgame or is that from the first?
No, that was from the
first episode of Daredevil Born Again. It better start with a scene of them in the battle at Endgame. They were just in the crowd, they weren't for.
No, they're fucking street level superheroes. What the fuck is a blind guy gonna do against fucking
was at
cosmic
Endgame.
people?
Every Wakandan, every Asgardian,
they were bringing every random Wakandan.
Howard the Duck,
Daredevil.
Dude, Howard the Duck's a G though. He's got like fucking galactic fucking weapons. And he's fucking funny as shit. So I take my man Howard. Dude, they'll never bring Howard the Duck. Did you see that original movie? They'll never bring fucking Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck is a J, and the J stands for joke.
Howard the Duck is the greatest fucking character ever invented. I fucking love it. I love that old movie, dude. When he fucking
I'll give him credit for like being a sign of the times because I don't remember the exact year. But if you look at like the way that the story plays out and the way that they use the effects on the screen, Howard the Duck is very much like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely.
I don't remember.
Who Framed
I don't
Roger
know which one is first though. So is one the cheap knockoff, or is Roger Rabbit like the souped up version? Like I don't know, because
Ooh.
Roger Rabbit's amazing and Howard the Duck is shit as a movie.
That's true. I can't even argue that it is, but it's
The
just
characters themselves, I would say, are on par. Like Howard the Duck as a character, like there's the amount of potential that's there. Because like think of all the amazing ducks in your life. You got Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, the greatest duck of all time, fucking Darkwing.
Scrooge McDuck. That motherfucker swam in money.
God damn it,
That's my guy.
I said it at the fucking bar too, and I was like, I don't want to be fucking Scrooge McDuck. Everybody saw what happened to Peter Griffin when he dove into the money. No.
Dude, he's a duck. He knows how to swim in that shit. Peter's a human. He broke every boat. Fucking, he's aerodynamic.
It's solid metal, man.
Oh, good night, Carmen. Says good night. JD Davis
night,
says
Carmen.
that General Zod's Phantom Zone. Howard the Duck is amazing. Thank you. Immediately removes the seriousness of any environment you put him in. Yeah, you would have. You can't have like you can't have it. Could you picture? Okay, everybody picture Avengers: Infinity War or Endgame, right? And there's like Earth only has one hope, and fucking Howard the Duck walks out. 10 out of 10.
Does he have a rocket launcher?
He has like a rocket launcher or something that just walks out and fucking blast Thanos.
No, I assume he's got the rocket button. It fires a bunch of shit out the back, and then on the tip of it, it says bang.
Okay, well,
Carmen wrote DuckTales, and I think we all have to say, "Oh,
DuckTales,"
because she said that.
DuckTales.
But
okay,
Carmen,
now, as much as I love DuckTales, DuckTales is like that's my favorite bear, not my favorite duck.
I mean, oh yeah, because of the
Baloo is a bear, is he not?
Baloo is a bear, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're a bear. You also hit bears.
What's up, Karen?
What's up, Karen?
I'm
What's
about
up?
to get more X's than you son of a bitch.
Okay, now that we lighten things up, I'm going to be a villain and bring things back down. The next subject is a sad one.
This is the worst transition ever.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know how to transition into this. So, there was another death I need to talk about. I don't know if any of you all are
We
country
talked
fans.
about one dead guy, and then we went on a spectacular detour only to talk about
More
a dead
death.
guy?
Yeah.
Yes. So,
What
because I've missed this shit being out. I've missed it. Don't worry. I've got a happy story after this. It's Garth Brooks being woke. But anyways, which is the funniest fucking thing I heard of the year.
I don't want to watch Toby Keith's final performance. I don't like country music.
No. We're not going to watch it. You can watch it, but Toby Keith was diagnosed.
You can watch it.
No, I'm not going to fucking watch it. I don't want to be depressed. Anyways, Toby Keith.
I can't see the words. I need zoom.
Oh my god.
You should know this by now, Zod.
He's like the bear from fucking DuckTales, blind as shit. All right, so country singer,
dude. If, in order for me to see the chat on the side of the screen, I ain't got the giant fucking 60-inch TV in front of me. I got a tiny 13-inch TV or computer screen, and I need the words to be big enough in the tiny box, which is like only fucking 8 inches, so I can see the chat on the side and be a proper co-host. Why are you trying to sabotage me?
Because I'm a fucking villain. You told me to be
enough.
more villainous.
Fair enough.
So
yeah, that I did. I did say that, everybody. When we were off camera, we were having a conversation. I was like, dude, you need to lean into being a villain if you want to be a villain. I don't even remember what my example was, but it was amazing.
It was amazing. So, Toby Keith, the country singer, he was 62. Now, I wanted to bring this up because I found it amazing. This man was diagnosed with stomach cancer in 2021, but he found a way to perform for his audience till literally the very end. When he passed away, he did 2 fucking live shows for his fans.
You just said that when... Wait, did you just say when he passed away, he did 2 live shows? Is that what you said?
Okay, let me rephrase, guys.
I will let you rephrase because I know what you mean by it.
Yeah, before...
Now, to be fair, You don't sing with your stomach.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you're
You
going
had
through
stomach
chemo,
cancer, not lung cancer.
but if you're going through chemo and stuff like that, that makes you very weak. I know my
I
grandfather
know
passed
what
away from
chemo
cancer.
does.
Yeah, so you know, it's very hard to do. Could you picture doing a fucking live show at the fucking MGM sold out in fucking Las Vegas to a live crowd? You're doing a set probably on
I
there
mean,
like 3,
okay,
4,
like
5
if
hours.
I was doing chemo, I feel like the only thing that would change for me is that I would go from smoking weed to smoking weed with a prescription.
Oh yeah, because now you'd have a you definitely have a prescription now.
I love the jokes, morbid jokes.
So this is where I call bullshit. Okay, remember we gave the death for
Ooh, another peaceful passing. That's nice.
he passed peacefully. I don't know if I believe that. He had stomach cancer since 2021, did 2 live shows. I don't
Stomach
think it
cancer
was.
is it's supposed to be the worst cancer.
Yeah, stomach cancer is the worst. And I want to give a shout out because look, I'm not a fan of country either, but I did like Toby Keith. And I do
I
like.
mean, like selfishly, I would say that breast cancer is the worst, but giant
I
fan of
mean,
boobs.
that's
Anyways,
fair.
I don't know
I'm
country
sorry.
either, Zod, but I do know Toby Keith. I know the name, so obviously a legend was lost, and
Oh, absolutely.
it's he knew his time was running out, and he was doing all he could for the fans because life is for living, and he wanted to live. That's nice.
And
Oh yeah,
that's why I
like
wanted to
he
bring it up
wanted to
because
be out there.
yeah, I wanted to bring a little bit. I think this is both a sad and happy story because I respect the hell out of somebody who their last dying thing. And to reference this to someone we all know, Chadwick Boseman was working right up to the end. Nobody fucking knew. He didn't tell anybody. And I respect people who are fucking putting it out there for that what they love to do, and they want the other people to be entertained. That's their whole thing.
I'm
And
not entertained.
you could sit there and fucking just let yourself wither away and fucking give up. But the fact that he was, and think about this too, 67 years old. So you got age against you and you got fucking cancer. So this man's battling 2 different battles and he still did 2 fucking live shows in Las Vegas before he passed. 2, not one, 2 fucking live shows. I don't know any artist that I know besides maybe the fucking Rolling
Okay,
Stones because
so
they're never fucking dying that could do 2 fucking live shows back to back on their deathbed. Like Rolling Stones, I'm pretty sure like made a deal with the devil. Mick Jagger ain't
okay,
fucking dying. Keith Richards
Zod, I
ain't
need you
dying.
to like just sit back for a moment so I can make my point properly. Just sit back for a moment. Like when you say battling cancer, and then I look at your shirt, I don't know how to picture that.
You know, he just
Like, are
gotta
you the
catch 'em all.
person? Are you that fisherman on the fucking dock that has 6 cancers in Pokeballs and you just keep throwing them out? Like, fuck it,
Magikarp.
I just caught this motherfucker. Fuck it. Like, is that what
But
you're doing when you're battling cancer? You're just going down. You're like, I'm gonna pummel you, fucking cancer. Like, you see this fucking ice beam? I'm gonna freeze your ass. I'm gonna melt you down, and I'm gonna wash you away with surf.
you know what? That was a great funny analogy. I think that's the
Thank you.
attitude you have to have. You cannot just give in, and I think that shows the testament of both Carl Weathers and both.
The power of Pokemon.
Jesus Christ, how did I know he was going to use that opportunity to do it? No, it's the fact that these older gentlemen who are good at their craft, they continue to do it and to entertain us, and I think we should give them props and respect for that. And I wanted to bring that up because it's not sad to me. It's kind of inspiring that this man who could have just said, cancel all my tours. I'm done. I'm going to rest up. He has a family. He could have been spending time with his family, but he was like, no, fuck it. I'm doing these fucking 2 dates. I'm getting out there. I'm going to make these fans fucking, I don't know, line dance, do-si-do. I don't know what the fuck you do at a country show. I've never been one. But whatever it was, they had a fucking good time. Right? And I think
they're gonna throw a couple hay bales, tip a cow.
like I think it's important to highlight this stuff because This is inspiring. This to me is inspiring. Like, how many of these asshole actors do we cover? Asshole musicians, fucking directors or whatever. They bitch and complain. Making movies
Well, I
is
mean,
hard. Doing my job is hard.
I can
Blah,
think of
blah,
three.
blah, blah, blah. And
I
these
think
are
of three
two.
assholes in particular that we cover.
Oh, fucking Baldwin. Anyways,
Yeah, that's one of them.
that's one of them.
You know the other two.
And yet, these two fucking men, these are men. They did their craft. They didn't bitch, they didn't complain, and they entertained us right to the end. And so this shouldn't be, for me, this isn't sad. This is a happy remembrance. This is remembering a legacy of people being men and showing us the potential that entertainers have. Even when they're down and out, they want us to be entertained. Just think about that. How many people do you know if they're fucking dying, they're gonna entertain you? No, because look, if I'm dying, I'm gonna be like, man, look, I need everybody over. I'm gonna have a stream. It's gonna be a pity party. I'm gonna be eating fucking Ben and Jerry's.
Yup.
I
Because
gotta-
like you already know what's gonna kill you. The only reason you don't eat ice cream is because it's gonna, make you fat, get you. I know I'm dying from cancer. Give me that ice cream. Let me just ruin my teeth. I'll do everything that I know. I know can take it for a few years. I'm good.
And JD
I'm
Davis makes
living.
a great point. She says, at General Zod's Phantom Zone, you can absolutely give in. It just won't help anything, including your experience of the end of your life. His experience is he did 2 tours and entertained God knows how many people, because everybody, even Chill, knows who fucking
Toby
Toby
Keith
Keith is. He entertained probably millions of people at his show. And I find that fucking aspiring. And that's why I don't take these as necessarily
I
tragedies.
got cancer. I'm not fucking doing that. I'll be like, you know what? I entertained you fuckers for 40 years.
40 years? You have 40 years? I gave you fuckers how many hits? I'd be
fucking memories. Just I've been giving and giving and giving. And what did I get? Fucking cancer. But that's not what fucking happened. He's like, you know what? You know what I'm best at? That's what I'm gonna do.
Exactly. And Chill, is that not inspiring? Like that's why I want to put a different spin on this, because people look at this and you should mourn the loss of somebody who was entertaining and inspired a lot of things, but you should also get the context behind what happened to them and what they did at the end of their life. And these men, right up to the end of their lives, spent their lives entertaining us and giving us the best products and the best performances and the best of them that they had. And there's something profound to me in that. Is that at General Zod's Phantom Zone, you would 100% have a comedic stream for a diagnosis. Yes, I would. Especially with drugs on your panel. Yeah. Dude. It'd be, I can't say it on YouTube because, well, I'm not fucking monetized. It'd be a weed stream. We'd be getting fucking blitzed, maybe some coke. There'd be some wild shit going on. I'd be like, hey, Chill, I'm having a fucking end of the Phantom Zone stream. You want
We're
to come
going
along?
governor style. We are having end of days stream. It's end of days.
Only requirement, you have to bring good drugs. And we're all getting fucking based on it.
I'm gonna go outside to get some snow, make you guys think that it was real.
You're like,
So,
oh, you're so relaxed right now. I saw you do that entire snowball 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
like, damn, Chill's fucking hardcore. What is he doing over on
I've
his
been
channel?
practicing with the fentanyls.
So let's do a fact check, because following this, I have a
Check
stupid
Friday.
story. Fact check Friday. We have a fact check because there was a rumor in the wake of the passing of Toby Keith. You see how I...
Dude, I had a way better transition for this, and then you kept talking and talking and talking.
Okay, do your transition.
And then, no, I don't remember the transition anymore because I only come up with these things in the moment. I don't write this shit down ahead of time. It just fucking hits me. But then I had a fucking 3-part joke where it's serious joke, right? And I forgot that fucker too because you just prattled on and on and on like Garth Brooks.
So, see? That was great. The man
It just came to me.
So, rumors allege woke Garth Brooks was kicked out of Toby Keith's tribute show. But here are the facts. So, first off, and if anybody knows Garth Brooks, I call bullshit. And I'm going to get to the reason why they're calling him woke. And I'm going to hold up my Bud Light. All of you stupid fuckers who said that drinking Bud Light, you're fucking supporting some agenda because, I mean, Henry's is good too. I don't know Henry, but I'd have him over. Anyways, all of you... He's hard. Oh my God, we're going off the rails. So...
Oh, yeah.
And Chill, I want to get your opinion on this because it's fucking stupid. I know how PB feels. So, anybody supposedly who supported Bud Light is woke because there was a trans person who did a commercial, and I showed PB the commercial. It was so...
The Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney did a commercial, and it was just like one of those, he's showing off his space, and he goes, oh, look, a Bud Light, and he takes a drink. And people fucking lost their goddamn mind. I don't know. He's some controversial figure in the trans community, whatever. But now, anybody who's endorsed Bud is woke. They're trash. I got people at my bar who won't fucking drink Budweiser. We've had fucking 8 cases of Budweiser in the back because, god damn it, I ain't drinking that fucking trans beer.
So Garth Brooks has a deal with Budweiser?
So he, and I'll get to this because they explain it, but he endorsed Budweiser. So now, despite him being country as shit, look at the hat. The man's been fucking country for, past a decade now.
Okay.
Like, the countryest person I fucking know, he is woke because he still drinks Budweiser. This woke shit's getting out. Like, look, there are some things that are woke. We've said many times on this channel, but it's getting to the point where this shit is losing the meaning of what that word is supposed to actually mean.
What that word is actually supposed to mean is so far from the way it's used. So if you're saying something is woke, long time ago, let me just go like shit, 10 years ago. If someone says be woke, it means that you're not sleeping on something that is anti-black. If you were aware or if you're enlightened, if you're in the know, you're being woke. It has nothing to do with trans bud beer or any agenda stuff other than awareness. That's
so
woke.
Basically, the white people have stolen your guys' phrases again. Is what you're telling me.
I would say the word is used in circles the same way it's always been used, and then there's the version of the co-opted version, which I'm sure this Yahoo article is using it. And you got to know when is when. I knew every time you were using it now what you meant by it, but you are using the co-opted word. Yeah,
because that's the one where everyone is using it. I get fucking sick of hearing it because it's one, like you said, it's not being used in the right context, and two, it's
I would wonder, does that word bring more views? Because I still see it in a fair amount of titles on videos.
Oh yeah, why do you think I put Garth Brooks Goes Woke on my title? I will totally 100%. If you click on it,
capital letters. You didn't do it right.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I should have highlighted it and then I had cat it on the
woke is supposed to be in all caps, dickhead.
Yeah, fuck.
The thumbnail needs it in red too. Italic font. Jenny Davis says thank you to me. She says I've been trying to tell them the origins of Get Woke. Try to keep up. Stay woke. Be aware. Watch out. Don't be fooled. Keep on the ball. Eyes on the prize. Like woke. You're supposed to be not sleeping on these injustices. Everyone should be woke, and it's the way I'm using it. To these guys would warp their heads. Did you just say everyone should be woke? That doesn't make sense to me. Well, woke would mean that you want women where there's men. That's woke.
See, I don't see my definition of what they're doing is more pandering, and the same thing Hollywood has been doing. See, people don't realize there is political as shit movies, music. It's been this way for how many years? I'm sorry, I had to grab another trans beer. So,
transition.
to transition into this article. So that's the thing that pisses me off about this is, and I'm glad, Chill drops a lot of knowledge on here. Goddamn, you're too knowledgeable for
Hey,
this
get
channel.
ready for the next time I'm about to drop. But yeah, finish your sentence.
But it's one of these things where I just get tired of all of this because I'm dealing with this. I'm doing a Justice League Killed the Suicide Squad review because I've heard other channels do a review on a game and they don't fucking play games. And it's like the same thing. It's always hidden behind it's woke. And now we heard the term and that's not what it means. So it's kind of crazy to me, but go ahead because I know PB's like, this motherfucker.
If you share the screen that I have provided, this is on Disney's website, the Reimagine Tomorrow website. And these are their inclusion standards. You see, folks?
Oh God.
There's the on-screen representation, there's creative leadership, and there's like below the line, and ignore all these other ones, the career development, ignore all that. Let's just look at the on-screen. You need to have 3 out of these 5. There's 5 categories here, and you need to meet 3 of these inclusion standards for your movie or your project to be forwarded. Characters, 50% or more of regular and reoccurring written characters come from underrepresented groups. That is an inclusion standard. Then it says that actors, 50% or more, regular reoccurring, come from underrepresented groups. I don't know why characters and actors are separate, but fine,
Animated.
I guess. Then here's another inclusion standard. That's secondary characters. Meaningful inclusion of underrepresented groups as secondary or more minor on-screen individuals, including background actors. Can I just say, as the biggest diversity advocate that there is on YouTube, I don't care about the inclusion of background characters. I don't think this should be an inclusion standard. Guys, this has nothing to do with anything. But hey, it's an inclusion standard. They got to knock 3 out of these 5. Next is the series premise, okay? Meaningful integration of underrepresented groups in overall themes and narratives. That is stupid. Like, that is literally stupid. Some shows won't have meaningful integration of an underrepresented groups in overall themes, and because that would take away from the story. The theme of the story is the story. Now, if you guys will ever want, and I'll read the 5th one before I get to my point. Episodic storytelling, ongoing meaningful integration of underrepresented groups in episodic themes and narratives. Again, it's sort of the same
This
stuff.
is the same thing reprinted 5 times.
So when you're saying 50%, when you're saying 50% of the actors, 50% of the characters, the themes, when you're saying all that stuff, I'm looking at it like, what is the point of representation? These underrepresented groups deserve representation. Obviously, it's important. But in the lead, make the lead character and make sure that the character isn't like a stereotype. Make sure it's like an aspirational person that inspires, with whose job is like a doctor. You got to start muting yourself when you cough, Sod.
Yeah, that was bad.
You got to make sure that the lead has some sort of noble duty that everyone can love. And that's what I'm talking about. Plus, underrepresented groups, what does that even mean? All I care about is some variety in skin tone. Not everyone's can be light. People got to have dark skin. Because if we're talking about this guy's religion or the way this person practices in the bedroom or what's like handicapped people or underrepresented as in people's heights when they're dwarves or little people, quote unquote.
Sure.
Those are all underrepresented groups. But you know which one is like a hereditary, a status that passes on from kids to your lineage to lineage? It's the one with the skin tone. All those other ones that I mentioned, it doesn't. You can be a woman. Well, you're gonna have kids. You can have all boys. Like none of them matter the same way. People's skin tone, like diversity in the skin era and skin region. That's all that I care about. That's all that they're being bunched in. You could have an all white cast, but no. One of these guys is Peter Dinklage. One of these guys believes in Hinduism. Yeah, he converted his religion, and that's why and this guy's gay. So and it's an all white cast, and they're gonna say we did a great representation. I'm gonna say no. I don't care about that representation. Not a bit. It's because they're playing characters at the end of the day. What matters is what is their skin, and is it positive? Is the imagery going places? Right, Janie? Janie says I got a good point.
Okay. So
Appreciate that.
How do you feel about having equal representation of villains.
Equal representation in villains. See, they're not role models. They're villains.
No, they're not. That's what I'm saying.
I would disagree. Zod is
what
a
I'm
great
saying
villain
is,
for
like,
world domination.
I assume you don't want all of the villains to be white.
You are assuming incorrectly. I'll take a black villain and I won't complain about it, but I'd prefer if you just held off on that and you gave a hero with the same actor you were going to use for the villain. So
But I think that's what works wonders about the first Black Panther.
Okay, and then also Apollo Creed was a villain in the first movie too. So
Right,
yeah,
if Killmonger was a white guy, I wouldn't give a fuck. Because I'd be like, oh, it's a random fucking guy from America. Who gives a shit about this guy? He has no connection to any of those people at all.
But
The fact
yeah,
that he has
the way
that connection is what
but
makes it
see,
impactful.
but I think that's what Chill is getting, because the story weaves in the villain's background and his culture into the movie, which gives more gravity because he is directly connected to the hero.
Maybe,
and I would say, I'm
my
just going to say
issue
Killmonger's the hero,
that,
as far as I'm concerned.
You're such an American.
No, Killmonger had a great fucking point.
I would think that just writing stories, the representation would just have to show up, because I'm not going to sit here and constantly be writing stories about fucking Martha's Vineyard. Also, I'm not going to constantly be writing stories about the South Side of Chicago. Like, I'm going to do both.
And I'm saying,
right.
Yeah, and PB, I'm saying, like, if I get it in charge of Disney, I'm changing that whole inclusion standard. I'll have inclusion standards. It'll be once a year. You got to do a movie where the lead is black and you give $100 million and he's a good guy. That's the inclusion standards. That's all. Don't give me, the background needs to be this.
Which I would guess, even with the stipulation, I would guess that would probably happen without it. But you have to set the bar somewhere.
Gotta set the bar somewhere, but they haven't really done that. I would say Haunted Mansion was Rosario Dawson in the lead, right?
Yep.
And I'm sure they met all the inclusion standards there with Lakeith Stanfield and everything, but where was the dad? Because the original one had Eddie Murphy, there was a dad in it. Now you're pushing a stereotype. So
see, at that point they pushed out the character who was in the original, who was a black character.
Mm-hmm. But Zod, it met the standards. It had a theme that was overall black and 50%.
But chill, they gave you Little Mermaid.
But that's not long term. That is Ariel, and temporary representation doesn't cut it.
No, I get what you're saying. I always find it funny. And you see, okay, I'm gonna go back to what I consider the golden age of movies, the fucking 90s. And I get what you're saying, because most of the representation, and don't get me wrong, I find these to be great movies, but let's be real. Most of the representation back then for the black community was Boys in the Hood, Malcolm X. There was a lot of movies, and they're classics, they're great movies, but they didn't portray the black community in the best light.
Yeah, then we've moved on to more slave movies, and there's just a theme that we're seeing here.
A lot of slave movies. It's like you've had a lot of inspirational black leaders throughout time, and yet we're still stuck in one era that we never get past.
Yeah, I don't want to see a black movie in the past anymore. My rules are it's got to be 1990 and forward.
No, I only have one movie that is a black lead character, and they've never made it before. I want to see the invention of peanut butter.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly. We can all agree with that. And to me, fucking hero right there.
Like if we're talking about history, that's the only one I can think of, like off the top of my head.
Yeah, why? You know what? We have created a movie for Disney right now. They could fucking make this happen.
Is it animated?
No, you got to do live action.
I mean, do you know how much fun you can have with animating peanut butter?
Yeah.
I mean,
the sequel, Peanut Butter and Jelly.
But no, I get what you're saying. Like, it's like Hollywood over course corrects, and they don't get what the point of what people are saying is. They're like, oh, they got pissed off, so we're going to lean hard into this. And it's like, no, that's not what we're saying. And even if you put in black characters or white characters, that doesn't matter. It's the story. You can have a black lead, but if you give them a shitty story, that's to me is just as bad, because now you're not giving that lead anything good to work with. So it's kind of insulting in its own way, because you're kind of just giving them the hand-me-down low effort. Like, you need to give, if you're going to go with representation and you're going to make a lead hero role, or hell, any lead role with a black star, right? And you want to put them front and center, then don't give them a shit story either. Have a progression. Have them start at a point here and then like a fucking normal story. And that's where they fail. Either they overhype the character and they give you a shitty story and it doesn't make sense, or they don't work on the character enough. And the characters they do develop and make great are all characters that don't work. Like, the best movies I've seen, like I said, Boys in the Hood, Malcolm X, fucking hell, Power, things like that. But they're never. Those are the best movies, but it's kind of terrible representation. So it's like the best writing never comes for like, yeah, I
The
get what you're saying.
positives. Except for Black Panther, which happened under Disney's banner. Now Disney will give us that little inclusion standard that I had on the screen.
Yes.
And people will say they're being woke, and they'll be using the woke in the wrong way. Now I'm being woke, and I'm calling out how this doesn't enhance the visibility of black characters, or it's not really doing anything by these standards alone. Because if I was evil, and maybe I'll do a video on this, if I was evil and I wanted to oppress, but I got those inclusion standards in front of me, I would probably have to. I could make a movie that met all of those inclusion standards, but was terrible representation from these underrepresented groups. So I'm woke, and I'm looking at those inclusion standards of saying that they are wrong and not indeed what is needed.
It don't help that they keep creating underrepresented groups every day.
What is even underrepresented? They didn't even describe what that is.
I don't understand what represent, like, not unrepresented, underrepresented. So is that like, okay, we make a movie and every single movie that we make is supposed to have like the same numbers? So what, you're supposed to be like 40% white, 30% Hispanic, 25%.
Yeah, because then you're just playing a numbers game.
Asian. Like, is
Well,
that what
they
every
use numbers?
movie's
They say
supposed to be?
50%
I know it's
underrepresented.
fucked up. That's what's
But here's my issue.
Because
Here's another issue.
It would be super weird to see 50% white people in Black Panther. That'd be super fucking weird.
Yeah, the problem isn't per movie. We don't need 50% per movie. Studio wide, when we like take a step back and we look at everything on the slate, you know, these are huge studios, Warner Brothers, Paramount. They got about a movie a month. Yeah. When we look back and we look at the 12 movies, then maybe if you want to talk about percentages, how many black movies, how many white movies, then I understand then. But every movie per movie needs to have the background actor. I'm sure I'm happy that the waitress in that movie was being played by Megan Good. Like, I don't think that way.
Hold on, this is
whoa. I'm happy whenever Megan Good shows up.
I am happy too, but this is a chance for me to give a shout out to a director that I love, Jordan Peele, because that's a man who makes black movies right. And he takes time with the characters, and he does a compelling story.
Get out.
Exactly. I'll get the fuck out of here. No. You know, it's just us here. Anyways. But, like, why can't people do that, right? Jordan
Peele's intentions is uplifting and empowerment, and their intentions is, well, yeah, we got to shake off these claims of racism. Let's just do it.
But here's the thing, Chill. I'll be the first one to call out, like, oh man, this is an intentional thing. But that's the thing. Jordan Peele is writing clever shit, and it makes me think, why can't Hollywood crack this fucking code? If you got him out here, and one of my favorite movies was which I was talking about. There was Get Out, Us. What was the other one? Get Out, Us. What was the last one? Huh?
Nope.
Yes, I loved Nope. Bitchy loved Nope. I watched that movie several times. The fucking design of the alien and everything. I think I've given every Jordan Peele movie a 9 out of 10 except for Get Out. The only thing I didn't like about Get Out is I found the ending kind of unrealistic, except for I watched the alternate ending and I was like, that's more what I would see happening. But besides that, like, his clever satirical take when you look at Get Out, it's like you could watch that movie and go, you know what? I fucking have friends like that. That's what makes that movie. Like, I know people like that. I know people who do the like, oh, what's up? I got black friends too. Like, I know people like that.
I voted Obama twice.
I voted Obama twice. Greatest fucking line in the movie. And that's what amazes me, Joe, because like you said, there are directors out here who are doing that stuff. But you want to know what? They're not fucking employed by Sony. They're not employed by fucking Universal. They're not employed by Disney because they don't want to try new shit. Because new shit is a risk. And unless they see the dollar signs before they take the risk, which is kind of fucking an oxymoron and redundant in a sense, they're not going to take a chance. Like Blumhouse or any of those other studios. Say what you want about Blumhouse, but they give their fucking directors a chance. I give them fucking credit. Or A24, right? Any of those. They will take a chance on a no-name director. They don't give a shit what their race is or whatever else. They care about the money and being unique, and they give their creators a shot. And this is something that people who comment on movies have been saying. The problem with the Hollywood machine is it's not like back in the day. They don't want to take chances. You don't have movies like The Thing anymore or any of these other things that I know I'm going horror, but even like horror, right? Like the shit in the 80s and shit like that, or even some stuff in the 90s. People don't want to take chances on that. They'd rather make another fucking, another fucking 13th or 72 fucking Marvel movie because they know it'll make some kind of money. Or they want to dig up fucking an IP from back in the day that did good. Like, why the fuck do we need a Roadhouse remake? Who the fuck signed up? I got fucking Patrick Swayze. Why the fuck? Like, look, no offense, I love you, Ryan Gosling, but what the fuck? No, that's not my fucking man from Roadhouse. Why the fuck do we need a remake from Roadhouse? And we're throwing in Ronda Rousey. Why?
She likes Pokemon.
Oh yeah, she
I
does.
mean,
I watched her play some Pokemon one time.
She does like
I turn
Pokemon.
on YouTube,
I can't be too hard. I
tells
can't
me
be too hard. on her.
Ronda Rousey plays Pokemon. I was like, no fucking way, man. I was like, obviously this is somebody like,
dude, I'd be
making a
terrified
spoof or
versing her. Are you kidding me?
poking the bear, taking a knocking a piss out of her or something. And then should I turn around? There's Ronda Rousey. And what is she doing? She's just playing Pokemon. And I was like, we are alike, Ronda.
I mean, they don't call her the baddest chick on the planet for no reason.
Dude, she was having a good old time playing the game. And I was like, I totally understand this feeling. Even with all the flaws, like, I still have a lot of fun playing the game because, like, I never ran into any of the massive glitches. Like, I never fell through the earth. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
fuck.
I've seen plenty of videos of people just up and they're gone. And then you got to, like, wait for a substantial amount of time. Or you have to completely shut the system off and restart it.
Look, I'll take the glitches. It's just when I have to shut the system off, or if it does it for me, and I'm like, when's the last time I saved? Because I turn all that shit off.
Yes.
And you're fucking sitting there going, oh, fuck, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, because, you get on those rolls and you start playing, right? And it's 30, 40 minutes in the game. And you're not fucking thinking about the last checkpoint or last time you paused to fucking save. Or
no,
when
because
because
back in the day, like, you're sitting there playing your fucking Game Boy, right? You're playing your Game Boy. The only thing that ever happened is, like, you see that low battery light come on. You're like, I got time. It'll be fine. I'm just going to finish this. Oh.
And then it just fucking oh, yeah. And it shuts off.
You're like, wait a second. When, like, I know roughly how long I've been playing, but when did I save last? You're like, well, I was at like the 45-hour mark, and the last time I saved was 15. So I've been playing for 30 hours straight, and I didn't save a single fucking time.
Damn.
Whoops.
You know what we need to save, though?
So many cherished memories. Just
we need to save Courteney Cox from this backlash she's facing.
Okay. This is the only story of the night so far that I have no clue. Like, I looked at the little headline in the group chat and I was like, what the fuck is going on with Courteney? I have no idea what's happening. Like,
this is the most.
There's a video, and I know there's.
I'm going to show you the video too.
The fucking title, but I have no idea what it's about. I have no idea what she said. So I am very excited to see why people are freaking out because I'm sure it's incredibly tame.
It's incredibly tame and super fucking stupid. And this proves, like,
Even better.
I don't know. People just need to fucking get a life. So Courteney Cox faces backlash for a video of flooding in Los Angeles. Now, keep in mind, this video, and I'm going to play this, this is in her fucking house. So keep that in mind as I read this, because it makes it all the more stupider and kind of how soft people are on the fucking internet. So Courteney Cox didn't make the splash. Jesus Christ. It's a good one, Parade. The splash she hoped with her latest social media post. I love when magazines kind of do that dickish move where they put that great pun in. They're like, oh, get it? Anyways, on Wednesday, February 7th, Friends alum uploaded a video to her Instagram grid, which appeared to generate
I don't know
using
what that
an
is.
artificial AI. It's the AI filter bullshit. It's stupid.
What the fuck is the Instagram grid? The hell is
I
that?
don't know what the grid is. I know what the AI shit is because I've seen that on my thing.
Okay.
In it, the 59-year-old, and I
She's
swear to God, she
59?
doesn't look.
I'd
She
still
does
fucking-
not look 59.
Yeah.
Ah.
In it, the 59-year-old filmmaker and actress pretended to navigate hip-high water inside her home while searching for her pup
Oh, I'd
before
navigate those hips. What?
before making their escape to higher grounds, an armchair in the corner of her living room where she pretended to read a book. The video cuts to a clip of Cox playing a piano underwater before acting like she was refilling her glass with imaginary flood water. Which, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so this is the floods
Wait,
going on in LA.
There's
And
a
I'm
flood
gonna be
in
honest with
LA?
you. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is fucking genius.
What?
I'm sorry, I'm a villain, but I find this fucking
What?
hilarious. I find nothing
Wait.
offensive in what she did. She
There's
was
like
literally
an actual,
in the flood.
Wait, no. There's an actual flood in LA. Are you fucking with me?
Yeah, there is. It's LA. There's
From
always
what? How could there be a flood? There's no
Rain.
water in LA. What rain?
there's. I don't know. Do I look like I
What,
fucking
it
live in
rained,
LA?
it rained for like 3 hours instead of 3 minutes, and now they're totally fucked?
I mean, they're on a. They got fucking.
I had no idea. I had no
raining.
idea that they're. No, I know they have fucking earthquakes in LA, dickhead.
Fucking
like,
liberals, woke people.
You get more riots in LA than you get floods in LA. Where the flood? Like what? A flood of migrants? Is it a flood of migrants?
JD Davis said LA flooding. God, thank you,
Didn't
JD.
have any idea. Okay, show me this video.
Okay, so this is from we're finally getting used to the LA rain she captured in a controversial post referencing California's most recent threatening weather pattern that has unleashed
2 days.
at least 475 mudslides in
Damn.
Los Angeles and dumped more than half the amount of rainfall the city typically gets in a season in just 2 days. Well, you fucking people live there. That's all I gotta say about that. But anyway, here's the video. Let me make sure.
Godspeed, Laura. I don't think she's going to bed because it's like 8 a.m.
God, that's fucking funny. Come on, that's fucking great. People are offended over this.
Raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling.
Okay, chill.
Are we not
I think it's clever. I think that it's such a spectacle that we can't be mad that, oh, well, it's insensitive to some people suffering. I just think it's cool.
I think that's fucking hilarious. Mega Jetty said, I don't know.
Dog.
He says, is that water CGI? I don't know. I want to feel.
Yes,
Yeah.
the water is CGI.
Like, this to me, look, you gotta make light sometimes. It's not like she doesn't
You can't
live.
laugh at nothing.
I know, she came from fucking Friends. The greatest show fucking ever made. And I'm not just saying that because it was shot in New York, which is the greatest city ever.
I'm talking about the people, and I would almost fucking guarantee the people who are offended have never been in a flood. But they're
Ever.
I can't believe that you would say something like that in a time like this.
I bet you
I've never been in a flood in Beverly Hills, but those people that live at the bottom of the hill, I don't know them, but something tells me their life ain't so good. I'm going to Rodeo Drive.
And hello, Rebecca. Good to see you here.
Rebecca?
We haven't seen Rebecca in a while. What's up?
Canada representation, underrepresented people, Canadians. Ryan Reynolds is only one man, people.
He's working hard out here. And
it was Captain Kirk, and now it's Deadpool. That's all I got.
So this is the big post. I think that's great. That's fucking humorous, and people should watch Friends if they don't. I hope
she got 20 million hits on that.
I really do. I hope that fucking blew up.
That's excellent, Courtney. Excellent. Don't stop being you.
Yeah, fuck them. She said, not all of Cox's followers seem to appreciate her sense of humor.
Cox's followers.
Fuck you. I do.
I'm 12.
You motherfucker.
I'm 12. Like, you said Cox's followers.
She had a hell of a childhood. Imagine naming a daughter, because there's a Charlie Cox also, and he probably had it bad, but she's a girl. She did not need that.
Well, could you just imagine? How's those Cox coming?
He was Chuck Cox.
Chuck Cox. Oh my God.
Chuck Cox.
See, I told you there was humor coming. Wait until you get to our last story. Oh my God, you guys are gonna laugh. But anyways, so she said not all of them appreciate it, and so here's a fucking sensitive fucking little pansy bitch. Says, do you know that the people have lost their homes due to the floods, right? One top-like response read, as someone whose home was destroyed.
I hope she responded I would have responded to all these. And the first one, I would have been like, I almost lost my dog, didn't you see?
Rebecca, sorry for a second, I just got to take a deep tour. Rebecca says, sorry, I've been sick, stressed, and my channel got attacked with a Rubik's spammer. Oh, gotta watch some Roblox. That's what I was thinking. I'm sorry you were feeling good, Rebecca. I hope you're feeling better, and don't be stressed. We're talking about Courtney Cox being stressed because people are fucking stupid.
We're here on late night talking about Cox. Oh.
So, Chill. Let me just get how fucking. Where do you land on this? Because
he would like to know where you land on Cox.
Thank you. Where do you land on Cox?
This is hard.
Boom! I love it.
You didn't think I had the balls to go there, huh?
No, I feel.
Oh no! Look. It is funny. It is funny. You are being overly sensitive. You're taking that as an attack on you. How many people died? Were lives lost?
Not that I'm aware. I heard nothing because I looked it up and I did not hear that anybody died.
Let's put it this way. If they're writing a story about it and they didn't even reference one person who died in any of the 475 mudslides, I would guess nobody died.
Then nobody died. Okay.
Like, I get it. You lose your house.
People make plane and tower jokes all the time.
And look, I ain't gonna lie. I had fucking family near the towers, and my aunt lost her business or whatever. But I could still fucking take a joke. You got a fucking good tower joke. I'm not gonna sit here and go.
The reason I know that people are making plane and tower jokes all the time is because I get DMs from the unicorn.
If the joke that she was making was, haha, look outside my window, everyone's suffering, but I'm really rich. Okay, now we're talking. Now we can say she's being offensive.
And here's the thing, Chill. Here's the thing that I don't understand about this whole thing. She fucking lives there. Do you think her house didn't get flooded? Obviously, if she's making a video
Well,
like
hold on a
this,
second,
she's
like-
referencing the fact of the rain. That
Right.
she could have been shooting
But
her
you're
house.
not-
We don't know.
No, you're not gonna make a video like that. Like, you're not gonna make a flood video in your house that you live in LA when there's a flood going on in Sudan. Like, that's just, it's not gonna play. Like, nobody's gonna see. She would have made this video and she would have released it, and everyone would have went, huh? And it just wouldn't have got the traction. But the fact that she released it at the time when people are looking up floods and they're like, Courteney Cox, flood. And they're like, ah, and then they how many people that were actually in one of these fucking floods or landslides, mudslides, whatever the fuck, watched and laughed? What about that? They needed a fucking laugh and they got it.
Yeah, you know what? We never talk about the other side of it. Like, someone's probably like, yep, that was my fucking house. Like,
I mean, I'm not in the world of and I hate to use his name, but God, I have to use the fucking reference. Ryan Johnson, where I want half of the people to like something and half of the people to hate it. No, I would like it to be like more of a 90-10 situation, to be like, yeah, everybody thought that joke was amazing, but them assholes over there, they just want to be upset. You don't worry about them.
Okay, so someone was talking about they got butthurt because their fucking home was destroyed. Well, maybe you shouldn't fucking build downhill where you know that 3 times a fucking year you got this fucking flooding. Yeah, like, okay, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, and I'm gonna get my southern voice out for this.
Wait a second. If we're talking about downhill, and you're telling me that this person's entire house got destroyed in one of these landslides, like, can't they just go buy another tent?
So, like, this reminds me of when you got fucking Billy Bob in the fucking trailer park who's like, well, last year we had one of them tornadoes came down here. Some bitch fucking destroyed my house. My fucking dog was over in the cornfield yonder. And I picked that son of a bitch up. I rebuilt and got ready for next season. Yeehaw! Like, if you're fucking staying there, then you can't sit here and bitch
Get on
that
board.
Your house is getting flooded. Move! This isn't something new. This isn't like it's not preventable. If you know that this fucking weather happens, and they said this was a fucking rainy season, like, they go, hey, this time of year, fucking mudslides and fucking big ass rain happens, okay? So why the fuck would you live there? Why would you live downhill? Why? The poor stars even don't live there. What the fuck? Like, I don't understand how this is somebody else's fault who, instead of being pissy, is like, yeah, my house got flooded. I kind of fucked up, but I ain't moving here because my dog Coco is fucking set with it. I don't know what her dog's name is. I just pictured it as a Coco.
It's a Coco.
It's definitely a Coco. So, like, this is the shit that I hate. Like, you can't say jokes anymore, and people just take it as a fucking joke.
Here's the real question. So everybody's so upset that she made this flood joke video, but now what if she wouldn't have made it as a joke and was like, okay, we're gonna have to do it for real. I'm going down to the flood, I'm taking my dog with me, and I'm tossing him in somebody's living room, and I'm gonna try and save that motherfucker. And if it don't work out, shit. I feel like more people would be upset about trying to, not make light of the situation instead of make light of a terrible situation. Because, like, when your house burns down, what do you go and do? I'd go have a bonfire, burn the rest of it.
Fucking s'mores.
Right. It's like, house burned down, what'd you do? Well, there was no saving her, so we went down to the gas station. We got bar Hershey, some graham crackers. They didn't have any of the big marshmallows, so we got a bunch of the tiny ones, and we just kind of, like, stuck them as close to the fire as we could, because we ain't got nothing, because it's just burning house.
I'm sorry, JD Davis. I meant to highlight that. My sister and her husband lost their houses and 2 cats in a brush fire. They had nothing but what was in the car. They might not make jokes about the fire, but I don't think they would care if someone else did. And that speaks to, I guess, people like this is the problem that all of us face, and this is I don't know if you've ran into these people. I have, Jill. I pissed off the bagel
Did you
community.
see that? Did you see that? I was just scratching, but I'm like, oh look, there's actually some gains here. I am going to the gym every now and again. Okay, PB. Okay, maybe the B
sorry.
stands for buff.
What are you guys talking about right here?
It's not. So this is not buff.
Maybe better than I have.
This is from 15 years of doing nothing.
Oh, what were you saying, John? Before we
You're
interrupted?
farther from the camera than I am.
So here's my question. Jill, do you deal with this shit? I know you've got to deal with this shit on your channel.
Sensitive people? Yeah.
These ignorant, fucking sensitive people. I know you, all of us here. Like, PB was attacked by the Snyder fan base.
Snyder cult.
Fucking hilarious.
That's who come after me.
The Snyder cult came after him. I shit you not, the bagel community came after me because I made one joke about a bagel. I said horrible shit about pushing the actress of Game of Thrones down the stairs, but they were pissed off because I said something about bagels. I literally ripped apart this actress, and the one thing they were like, why the fuck you gotta bring bagels into it?
I'd like to paint
What did
the
the
earth
bagel
on the
community?
front of a bus and tell her the world is hers.
The bagel mafia.
The bagel fucking mafia, yeah. The fucking bagel mafia came after me. Have you ever had this situation where you say, I know you've had to have some...
The bagel mafia is the big BM.
Like, I know because you've been on, like, the end of the whole Wakanda thing and stuff. Have you ever had that thing where you've had stupid people making these kind of comments?
Yeah, and if we were not live right now, I'd tell you about it. Yeah. Because, yeah, I've been
People, we gotta
targeted.
get to this last topic because that was juicy and we gotta get off the internet so I can hear this story.
Okay, so I got
That's
one more
not
topic for
exactly.
you, and this is
That's
this
how
is
you
what
transition to the last topic. Thank you, Chad.
this is the...
Can I just say to the live chat right now, who are like, what is he talking about? I just don't like magnifying problems and stuff, so that's why I wouldn't say what they're looking for. This juicy story, but it is juicy. Yeah.
Ooh, we gotta find out after this. I gotta cut this shit short so I could ask you the story. But yeah, and as you know, we went to war with the Fandom Menace a while back. That did not turn out well. Thank God I got a better audience.
Turned out fine for me. Well, I mean, didn't turn out fine for my channel, but me personally, I look like a fucking shiny penny. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
like
so,
Fandom Menace. I like the name. It's so slick.
Oh,
It is
it's so much, especially being a prequel fan. I was like, oh, this is great. I want to be a part of this. And I was like, what happened to all you people? This is not what I signed up for.
the fame and views change people. That's what I got.
I'm not commenting on anybody. Like, that's not
Whatever,
what I
they're
do
just-
here.
Too many of them are there just to bitch. Literally just like you could look at their channel and you can be like, okay, scroll, and then you see the dip and you're like, oh, must have not bitched about nothing in that video. Swear to God.
And look, I do a lot of bitching here on the channel about complete random shit that has nothing to do with anything. But I feel like life is too short, and I got tired of doing that kind of stuff. Like, I want to
talk about stuff that I like. Now, tonight, not necessarily stuff that I like, but entertaining topics that we can have some banter about.
And then look what we see on screen. Escaped kangaroo captured in Florida apartment complex's pool area.
Oh,
Yes.
shit, this
I
story.
wish we had Stevie. I wish we had Stevie on this.
Oh, we miss you, Stevie.
We miss you, Stevie. Good luck with your battle. I don't know if you knew, Chell, but they really had a battle with emus back in the day. Stevie gave us the history, and they fucking lost to the emus. So I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about the Australian people because they lost the war to emus. Like, how do you lose to emus? I don't even know.
Channel.
Yeah, I don't get it.
What's up, Justin?
Hey, Justin.
What the hell's going on?
We don't know. I'm ready for him to hit play, but emus, like kangaroos.
We're gonna watch a kangaroo video. You got here just in time.
A kangaroo in Florida?
Yeah, he escaped. This motherfucker went on the run. The sheriffs. This is a sheriff recording.
He was not on the run. He was out on the hop.
Yeah.
Are you gonna click play, sir?
No shit. Do you need police, fire, or medical? I guess police. There's a kangaroo in my apartment complex.
Complaints advising there's a loose kangaroo in the complex.
Bravo 26.
Is this real?
I actually see a kangaroo. It's kind of a large kangaroo. We got it close into the pool gated area.
Holy shit! It's from the sheriff. It's from the sheriff. That's a real video. Holy.
Only in Florida.
So if you guys remember in Florida, this is a throwback to my meth gators. If you guys remember back in the day, really old subscribers, we had a meth gator where the sheriff, we played the whole thing and the sheriff goes, all right, now I'm going to need you guys not to put your meth down the drain because the alligators are eating it and you create meth gators and they're very aggressive and they just go out and attack people. So please don't flush your drugs down the drain for the gators to get. No!
They can be harmful to you and potential wildlife.
Oh my god! Like, it was the funniest PSA. And now, just picture you're sitting there
Please
as
turn your illicit drugs into the sheriff's office. Swear to God. I don't know. If
How
it's
the
something
hell
like
did a roo get there? Like, did it escape from the zoo? Did somebody just happen to smuggle it in from Australia?
Australia is on the other side of the ocean. It swam. What's up, Landon?
What's up, Landon? You're here just in time for the greatest story of the night. We have an escaped kangaroo only in our favorite place to talk about these things. Fucking Florida. What the fuck is going on over there? So, over in Florida, February 9th, an escaped kangaroo paid a visit to an apartment complex and ended up captured when deputies trapped it in the pool area.
Oh, the deputies trapped it there. It seemed like the residents trapped it there.
The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office said deputies responded to a report of a kangaroo on the loose in an apartment complex near Follower Avenue.
In Tampa.
And 50.
I think the sad faces there in the advertisement make it even better.
Deputies were able to trap the kangaroo in the apartment complex's fenced-in pool area. The sheriff's office said the wayward marsupial was returned to its owner. Wait! The fucking... Somebody owned... oh, okay. A wayward...
I figured. Yes. Florida at it again. Uh-huh. Yep.
The owner after the agriculture...
Some crazy asshole owned the kangaroo, a fully grown kangaroo, and it got loose. What a big fucking surprise. I figured it was
It's not every day I see a kangaroo hopping around my pool.
I am so glad it wasn't boring like you escaped from a zoo. Boring. No, some asshole had it. Yes, this is what we love.
The agricultural unit verified the proper registration.
Wait a second. Like, I assume the person who owned him probably lived in Florida and is now going to move to Oklahoma and open a zoo surrounded around kangaroos, and they will call him the Kangaroo King.
Oh my god, that would be great. So
there's a lot of setup to get to that punchline.
I heard there's a piece of land for sale in Oklahoma.
Too much setup. We all knew where it was going, but you took your time
Fuck
with
off,
it.
Justin. Fuck off.
So, all right. Well, so here's the thing. Anyone who's been to Florida, you could own some weird shit down there. I seen fucking boa constrictor, all sorts of shit, like venomous snakes. They sell all sorts of shit down there. And tigers, yeah. You could pretty much own fucking anything in Florida. Like, dude. First fucking meth gators and now kangaroos. I'm waiting for a crossover. I want to see meth gator versus kangaroo.
Meth gator's gonna win.
Yeah, but what drug are you putting a kangaroo on?
Cocaine.
No, we already got the bear on cocaine. And the gator's on
what's wrong with cocaine kangaroo? It kind of flows up the tongue a little.
It does kind of flow.
It does kind of flow. I'll give you that. Ed Gerald's Phantom Zone. They were lucky the kangaroo.
Cocaine-garoo.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. It works.
So.
Jealous, hey,
somebody got a message Black Angus and tell him we found a foil for his meth gator.
Yeah, I got Angus's number. I got sent him a text, be like, hey, I got the perfect villain for you, fucking cocaine kangaroo.
Yeah.
This meth gator.
What's next? The heroin herbivores.
Oh my god. So, this is a PSA. If you're gonna live in Florida, expect to see some weird shit in your backyard. You could a barbecue and a fucking kangaroo just comes fucking hopping along.
Mm-hmm.
Kangaroos, alligators, fucking poisonous snakes, giant ass cockroaches. Jesus Christ. Like, does anybody keep their shit locked up over there?
Not in Florida.
No, man. You know what? They have all this shit is okay, but that they haven't legalized pot for some reason. I'm so confused. Where is the logic there?
You know what?
Get it.
I can't believe I'm gonna agree with Justin, but seriously, they're like, yeah, you can own a kangaroo, but that devil's lettuce, we don't want that over here.
I don't know what.
Where's your priorities?
Like, if we just let kangaroos free in America, right, the way that they're free in Australia, what would happen? Like, what are they even like? Aren't they herbivores
would they box
exclusively? Maybe. Like, I would love to see a kangaroo and Bambi fight. Get them fucking antlers going. Wham! And he's like, boom. No, fuck them antlers, man. You ain't got me. You ain't got boom.
Dude, have you seen kangaroos fight? They fucking bob and weave. They're like the
I've seen that they bob and weave, whereas the deer do not bob and weave. And it's like, okay, well, how do you combat with that? And like, what happens when a kangaroo gets hung up on one of them pythons in Florida? Like, can he just be like, nah, not today, bro?
I think a python might have it because the kangaroo just doesn't know. We're barely smart enough to handle pythons. Like, well, I don't think if you're depending on how big the battlefield is, a python probably has the advantage if it's like smaller.
Okay. Follow-up question. What if it attacks something? Is a mama kangaroo going to be smart enough to peel a snake off? Or is she just going to be like whipping that motherfucker trying to get her baby out?
No.
I don't know.
First time they've seen a snake.
I don't know how smart they are.
They're not that smart.
I mean, they don't have massive constrictors in Australia the way that America and Africa do.
No.
Like, I'm pretty sure they have boas down there, but I want to say they max out at like 10, 11 feet. We have the Australian in the chat. She can tell us about the biggest snake down there, I'm sure, because everything else is trying to kill you.
Yeah, we on the panel don't quite know as much.
Phantom Zone. You should make the kangaroo be on steroids. Look up kangaroo muscle. It's insane.
Dude, a kangaroo on steroids, that's just fucking scary. And it gets that roid rage too. Oh god. That's a fucking menace to society.
Dude, like
that kangaroo's looking for a fight.
Like, just think, like maybe he's totally out of the game, maybe he's not. But we all know what Michael Vick was able to do with the dogs. Kangaroos.
Dude, how do we squeeze in a Vic joke?
I would risk being a second-time offender for kangaroos. Like,
dude, how do you convict him on that? I don't even think there's any laws for kangaroo
fighting. He'd be like, you were running kangaroo boxing. He'd be like, fuck, man, I just put ropes up. They were fighting already.
I put ropes up.
I'll be honest, though. I'll be honest though, I'd rather see to have a fair fight. I'd rather have if there's going to be an animal on steroids, like something smaller, like a salamander, so it has a fighting chance.
Wait. So what you're saying is you want one of the creatures on steroids, so they're just buff as fuck, but completely in control of their faculties. And then the other one just tripping balls on meth. So they ain't got to be in great shape, but they got meth power.
Exactly. They all balance each other out.
I like this.
Oh my god. You got your.
This is like Kurt Angle versus John Cena. Ruthless aggression.
And they both are on steroids, so there you go.
I don't think that Kurt Angle was an Olympic athlete. I don't think he was ever on.
Dude, come on.
Kurt Angle?
Everybody in the WWE at one point in their career or another, they went from being about my size to fucking the size of Brock Lesnar.
Dude,
that shit doesn't happen from a good workout.
Out at like 225, man. Kurt Angle's not a big man.
Yeah, this guy doesn't do any drugs.
The guy on The Simpsons. Oh, wait a minute. That's Kent Brockner. Never mind.
You're just going to give me a headshot of him looking wacky? Because I didn't say
dude,
he didn't do any drugs.
That's like steroids right there.
I didn't say he didn't do any drugs. I said he wasn't hooked on
Can you not leave us with the image of this?
What you got to do is give me a shot of him in Atlanta and then a shot of him with the belt, and then you show me all these steroids that Kurt Angle was on, because his body don't change. Okay, you want to compare steroids? Like, you're telling me that Kurt Angle's on steroids, he didn't end up looking like Scott Steiner? What happened?
Scott Steiner had a weird thing. That bicep was just...
I love the freaks.
Dude, I'll tell you who definitely was not on steroids, Brock Lesnar.
Didn't he fail his test?
No, he was
fighting
on
in the
steroids.
UFC.
That was a joke. He was totally on steroids.
No,
I mean, look how fucking big he is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's on me. I should have known.
Conversely, the one that he failed his test for was a steroid that was to help his heart condition.
I mean...
No, I'm saying that it was banned by the UFC, but it was prescribed to him by the doctor. It's not like he was getting illegal steroids and injecting them Barry Bonds style.
I mean, I do remember something like that. I also remember, too, he had some kind of fucking thing going on, and he went to Canada and got poor health service.
Like, a lot of the big guys, like, look at The Undertaker. Did The Undertaker ever look like he was on steroids? Even when he would be gone for a year from an injury and come back, you'd be like, yeah, he's in pretty good shape. But not like The Rock.
Oh, The Rock, definitely. Dude, The Rock... People who argue with me The Rock is fucking taking steroids, you're fucking blind.
I don't think that he's on steroids anymore because of everything that they know about them. And with the way that everything else has progressed, he says he eats 6 meals a day.
Sometimes 7.
I don't care if you eat like 6 or 7 meals. I eat 7 meals a day. I don't fucking look like The Rock.
Right. He's putting in fucking 7,000 calories, 8,000 calories. He's burning all these calories off. Now, granted, he's burning a lot of calories literally just being alive because he's walking around with all that muscle on. But that'll very quickly turn into fat.
But here's the thing. I think he's just done...
I would know I'm a fat guy.
Here's the thing. I think he's done more steroids in Hollywood because it's been very well known. Hollywood does not have any restrictions on that. Stallone, Arnold, they were all on the steroids. I think he picked up a lot more.
Let's go a slightly different route. That's not quite a contemporary, but close enough. You think Bret Hart's on steroids?
Today?
I think back in the day he was.
Anytime.
Yeah. Majorly.
I don't know, man.
Look at just his body frame from when he started. Even take the early 90s. And then when he came back, he looked fucking huge. Oh, that's like saying Vince McMahon wasn't on steroids. You're going to tell me fucking Vince McMahon was not on steroids? He's still probably fucking juicing. Look how fucking big
Dude,
he is.
okay. At no point do I ever remember
He's juicing in
considering
one way.
they're roughly the same size. Like, obviously, Bret Hart's just a little taller, so he should be able to be a little more buff. But I don't ever remember Bret Hart looking like Chris Benoit.
But see, here's the thing, though. If you take
Like
into
Chris
account,
Benoit, obviously, like Scott Steiner's the anomaly because his muscles look all freaky deaky or whatever. But Chris Benoit is like the poster child for this is what a guy looks like when he hasn't been using steroids, when he started in WCW, and then he goes to the WWF, and I'm like, whoa.
oh yeah, that was fucking noticeable. Hart is quoted saying, "I credited steroids for saving my career back then. Having taken them, I don't have any regrets,
Ooh.
and I'm sure I wouldn't." See, I fucking called it. I told you. Shots. The interview was putting over Hart's new autobiography, Hitman: My Real Life in the Cartoon World of Wrestling. I see. Vince McMahon, from how I heard it, and
Okay,
this
is
is coming
that
from what my uncle told me, he told everybody.
Is the steroids to get buff, or there's the steroids to get back? Like, are they using the steroids in regular life, or are they
You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Well, I mean, if you got like, I've taken steroids, like you get surgery done on you, you got to take steroids. Like that's just the way it is. But obviously,
I think when a wrestler says it, we know he's using it to get stronger, bigger, and it's not recovering from an injury.
I'm gonna say
I think that obviously people still use it. I think substantially less people use it nowadays because they know what it does to your body, and they don't want to like jump off the middle rope and have their right leg completely disintegrate.
I would agree with PB on one thing. I do notice a lot of the new wrestlers do not look as big as the older wrestlers do. I think I do agree with that like since it's come out, you've seen a lot more. Now, I still think it's used, but I think they're kind of mixing, and they're like
watching what happened to people. Like you got the cases of like I just said, fucking
and Chris Benoit killing his family,
fucking leg shatters, right? And then all the way to Chris Benoit, where he fucking murders his whole fucking family because the steroids drove him to psychosis. It's crazy.
Yeah. And that is why I did my whole thing. When I had, I think, Jill, I don't know if you knew, but my uncle was in the WWE, and he passed away. He committed suicide, and a lot of it, he knew a lot of shit that went on in the WWE. And one of the things that I heard from him, and my father talked about this too, was that a lot of the people were juicing. Hulk Hogan, fucking Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero. You could see the difference in Eddie Guerrero too. I mean, when you see him come from WCW and he's like little, and then you see him in WWE, he's still small, but fucking massive.
Fucking killed him.
And it killed him. And they say Eddie Guerrero's fucking heart exploded.
And it just fucking essentially just bled out from the inside out.
Didn't it kill the Ultimate Warrior too at some point? Didn't he like show up like at a ring and then died like literally that day, like after appearing on television?
The day after he was inducted in the Hall of Fame. On Monday he was on Raw. Hey guys, love you guys, and he flew back. On Tuesday he died.
Yeah,
like, story's over, guys.
You know what? I remember. Crazy. I don't know if you guys remember this, but he had like 2 episodes of a YouTube series, and I was a big metalcore fan. He made like the members of Asking Alexandria. I don't know if you guys know who they are. Like do a bunch of exercises, and these are like rock and roll guys who like were literally drinking a bottle of wine before the workout, like total assholes. And he just like fucks them up, and he's like, "No, you're gonna be doing all these exercises," and it was so awesome. That's how I knew him as like the guy who was like torturing metalcore bands, which is a very odd combination, but it was awesome.
Oh, and Macho Man Randy Savage, he's a piece of shit. He now this has never been proven because they swept it under the rug, but he supposedly rumored he killed Queen Elizabeth. They fucking covered the whole thing up, but he used to beat her. And they said he went a little bit harder, and she died of natural causes. But there was a bunch of shit that was so like he was another person who they said the steroids like that. Oh yeah, no that shit. He really is fucking crazy. Like his personality, he would just snap at a fucking dime. And that's the thing. Like I think towards the Attitude Era, there was
Dude,
some of that shit in the 2000s.
I would fucking snap too if I got my ass whooped in a cage by some fucking teenager dressed in a Superman spider costume.
No, I just think there's a darker side to it all.
Come on, chill. That is good.
No, I refuse to laugh at that one.
Oh.
I was thinking about Lex Luger. I was even looking him up on another tab because I thought Lex Luger had something to do with Miss Elizabeth dying also.
Yeah. There's the cover up is between those two. They say he knew because he was friends with Elizabeth and Macho Man, and that he withheld evidence or he knew something, and to this day nobody has said nothing about it. There's a lot of dark shit that has happened in the WWE, and that's why especially when it hit close to home with my uncle,
Who was it?
My uncle used to work for them. His name is Tom, and he was a ring boy for them, which is basically he picked up their clothing and shit. And he got me tickets to WrestleMania. I went to see Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior.
WrestleMania.
That
6?
WrestleMania, yeah. So that was the one I went to. I got picked up by the Bushwhackers. They fucking licked my face. It was cool and gross at the same fucking time. I met Roddy Piper and all that, and
Jesus Christ, Justin.
It was really hard because my uncle he died because all this shit was coming back up, and they were bringing up the court case, and one of the execs tried to do something inappropriate to him. He had to hide out in a car outside, and then he left, and he had been keeping this shit under wraps for years, and with the case against Vince McMahon and everything that came up, there was a lot of people who wanted interviews and him to testify, and he wound up taking his life.
Out of pressure.
Yeah. I don't watch WWE anymore because of that, because it's different when you know all the dark shit that happened within that organization. And the crazy part is I still watch 90s stuff. I love the Attitude Era. I have my wrestlers I love. I grew up with wrestling. But it's a whole different perspective when you see the industry for what it is. If anyone ever gets a chance, there's a great movie. Everybody should watch it. And it was a movie Vince McMahon tried to get buried, and it was called Beyond the Mat.
Uh-huh. Oh, Beyond the Mat.
Yeah. Beyond the Mat.
With the guy who was going to puke. He's going to puke. I've seen it.
Yes. It shows exactly what Vince McMahon would say behind the scenes. And there's like literal footage of him talking about things and setting up events. And look, we all know it's fake, but it's fucking fun. But when you see the shit that the people put their bodies through and the things that these performers went through, and a lot of them just got fucking discarded and thrown out. And to me, it's worse than the film industry. It's worse.
Wait, hold on a second. You said it was called Beyond the Mask?
No, Beyond the Mat. Beyond the Mat.
I was gonna say that I got a completely different movie.
No.
I don't want to know what you.
No, Beyond the Mask is the same, except it's in Mexico.
No, it's like an American Revolutionary bullshit thing. So I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with
luchadors, Justin. They're luchadors.
I don't care. I found the right one. That's important.
Arriba.
With the ongoing scandal. Well, no, were you going to read the comment? Go ahead, read the comment.
She said at General's Zone, I remember when you lost your honor. I'm sorry for your loss. And I just want to give a shout out. I know he doesn't like when I get all sentimental, but sometimes a villain does have feelings. I remember that day. And if it wasn't for PB, he told me that I needed to go live, and we vented the whole time. And it really helped me.
Yeah.
It really helped me get over that, and it was good to have somebody do that. Now, my piece of shit, who calls himself my father, my piece of shit father, wanted to exploit. Yeah, PB knows where I'm going with
I'm
this.
just
Yeah,
the
oh
way you
God.
said that. My piece of shit
Yeah,
that
he is.
calls himself my father.
Yeah, he wanted to exploit my uncle's death and use it as a way to get in on, because we had the people from the dark side of the mat call us and talk to us about doing an episode on my uncle. And uh, you know, it was one of those things where I pulled out of it because I didn't want to exploit my uncle's tragedy. Or to me, it felt like exploiting it. Like the way they shoot things, and I watched their episodes and I talked to the main guy or whatever, and I got him on X. Uh, you know, they do it tastefully, but I don't want to get some kind of profit, or I don't want to. I don't want to promote myself like that. I That to me is wrong. And I loved my uncle very much, and I did a lot of things with him, and it felt very not right.
So they didn't use it because nobody was playing ball from your family.
No, we weren't
Or-
going to. We were going to do that. I know my dad wanted to, but they wanted to have both of us, and I didn't feel right about doing it because um, my uncle didn't want to be remembered for that. He didn't want to be remembered being victimized like that.
Exactly.
And look, they're tasteful. Nothing against them. They're great guys. I really do respect what they do. I think what they do should be known because they bring out facts and the ugly side, and people need to see both sides of it because it is a dark, shitty, ugly world that toss and throws out men, women. They don't fucking care. You're just property. But I didn't want my uncle and my aunt, who's just trying to move past this, to be dragged into that. It's not fair to them, and I don't have the right to put my other family members into that. My father, who's a piece of shit, was fine with it. He was fucking pissed, but fuck him. I hope you're watching this, Dad. Fuck you.
Anyways, since the WWE is cleaning up and a lot of people who are going to lose their jobs for keeping secrets of the photos that were being handed from employee to employee.
Yep.
Since that's going to change, I hope that changes the way you think of the company, especially now that it's not owned by Vince, it's owned by TKO, which is another. I know you're not a shill, I understand, but they're this mega conglomerate with standards and they won't be secret keeping.
To me, wrestling has kind of changed the spirit. Like, even though Vince McMahon was shitty, I do like the Attitude Era. I do like those eras that he brought, and I feel like wrestling has lost a lot of the heart that was in it.
Yes, the company will get better.
The company
will get worse.
The company will get better. The wrestling's not going to get any better because these younger people, they don't got the same drive. They don't got the same passion. And that's the biggest contradiction for me and what pisses me off about wrestling in general. They had the greatest
Nobody
era,
wants
man.
to do the roids.
Nah, they had the greatest era. Think about the lineups back in the day, man. You had Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Lex Luthor, I said Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor?
Yes.
Lex Luthor.
Yes. Now he's just listing people that are in the Legion of Doom.
You did have the Legion of Doom.
You did. You could have said that one.
I don't recall Jesse Eisenberg being in the WWE.
Oh, don't you fucking bring it. Nobody ever fucking bring that. That never happened. That never fucking happened.
It was on the big screen. I saw it for myself.
Michael Rosenbaum is forever my fucking Lex. He was fucking perfect.
Really? Not even Gene Hackman?
No.
Gene Hackman too, but for my money, and we got Kevin Spacey. Fuck you, I don't care about the allegations. Kevin Spacey was fucking brilliant.
I prefer
Art
Jesse.
and artist.
You know, if you're gonna harp on Jesse Eisenberg for one thing, it would be the fact that Now You See Me and Now You See Me Too wasn't called Now You Don't. That really pissed me off. I didn't go see it because of it.
You know,
Okay.
you know what? I missed the outlandish shit. So before we go, we have one more segment left. It's everybody's favorite segment, and it's done by our very own Justin Proper, who purposely comes late to do this segment. Are you ready for
I
the
actually
headline?
didn't do it on purpose this time. I was actually watching Bridget Jones' Diary.
Oh my!
It's a very good movie.
You know what? It is a good movie.
It's not gay like The Notebook.
Fuck you! Fuck you! I don't care. The Notebook is a fucking masterpiece.
Agreed.
It's a
Why didn't
Thank
you
you,
write
Phil.
me? I wrote you every day, 365. Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah, that was a great dude. If you don't cry at the end of the movie, you don't have a fucking
now
heart.
The real romantics have outed themselves. Good for you, gentlemen.
Dude, and when he meets her with a fucking A and they don't remember. Oh, so dude, when I saw that
it made
movie,
me so happy at the end. I'm like, oh, thank goodness she doesn't
you
remember.
heartless fuck.
Terrible journey.
You know what? And thank you, Planet's Q Queen. Welcome. She says, hi at Chillmonger. Hi, Pop Culture PB. Hi,
What's up, Goose
General
Queen?
Zod's Phantom Zone. Fuck you, Proper. No, I'm sure she had it in there somewhere. So, anyways, let's get to this fucking son of a bitch's favorite segment. I'm going to read the headline, and he's going to give us his quick thoughts before we wrap up. So, first headline of the evening, Sylvester Stallone opens up about late Rocky co-star Carl Weathers and says, I couldn't have made it without him.
Well, of course he couldn't have made it without him. Apollo Creed was Rocky's drive. Of course he couldn't have made it without him. And plus, wasn't it amazing when Rocky lost in the first movie? I was so happy. I'm like, yes, Carl Weathers should kick Rocky's ass. I was so happy.
Dude,
everything about those movies were great.
Oh yeah, and
respect, and he was awesome.
And Ryan Johnson, that's how you fucking subvert expectations. You don't fucking create a shitty movie and go, oh, I subverted expectations. Yes, you subverted our expectations of making a good movie. That's about all you did. You didn't do anything meaningful. Fucking floating Jedis. I'm sorry. That's okay.
Man, you're going harder on it than I was. I had nothing but respect.
Toby Keith's last show was 2 months before his death.
Out of respect.
Yeah, he did 2 shows and fucking.
I finished my drink already, anuses.
I hope you guys got it.
Yeah, you have a red Solo cup and you filled it up.
Amen.
And now we're about to end the party.
Rumors allege woke Garth Brooks was kicked out of Toby Keith's tribute show. But here's the facts.
Okay, what are they? Like, what? Okay, I have so many questions.
You don't get the facts, you get the headline.
Garth Brooks was woke and was kicked out of Toby Keith's tribute. What was he doing, aside from paying respects? Was he, like, talking about how politically incorrect the tribute was? Was he being a little bitch? Was he not really country this whole time? I don't understand what the problem is. Just pay your respects, be nice at the tribute, play some songs, and go the fuck home. Like, it's not that hard. I don't get it. He doesn't have to make it about him.
Here's the funniest part. It was only because he supported Bud Light, the trans beer. Here's another.
Wait, hold on. He only supported what? I cut out.
He only supported Bud Light. That's why they're calling him woke. Because he's still drinking.
And he got kicked out for supporting Bud Light?
Yep. Swear to God, that's it.
That's the story.
Really? because he was drinking a Bud Light or what? Okay, that doesn't seem real. Like,
Oh, it's a real
that
thing.
that
It
far.
doesn't have
Like,
to seem
he didn't
real.
like
It's
Bud Light either.
2024.
I don't get it. Like, but being kicked out of a tribute funeral thing, like that's kind of messed up.
Guy, I mean, we live in a time where people think of the craziest fucking stories that they could ever imagine, and then reality says, "Hold my beer."
Or hold my red Solo cup.
Yeah.
Ooh, good connection. Okay,
Oh, you're
Courtney
too good
Cox
for me.
faces backlash for a video of flooding in Los Angeles.
What exactly was the flooding, and where did it come from?
Apparently, according to the story, it came from the sky, and it rained earth down the land.
No.
That's what we were trying to analyze. We watched
I
the
guess
video.
David Arquette made a conjugal visit again, and this is what happened.
You know what? I'd like to think, look,
Dewey and
I don't
Gale
know
are getting
why.
back together.
I don't know why, but I still think David Arquette and Courtney Cox are the best fucking couple, and
They
that saddened me the day I found out they fucking broke up. And I'm not even into those fucking, like, I don't give a shit about Hollywood romances or whatever, but they were a great couple because he's kind of odd, a little bit funny. She's obviously hilarious given the flood clip that she made that everyone got pissy about, which was brilliant.
I didn't see it. I wish I could have seen it.
It's funny shit, Guy. He'll show it to you later.
Yeah.
After Chill tells us his story. And that was Headlines with Justin Proper.
No, it
There
wasn't.
another one?
There was one more.
What?
Escape Kangaroo.
He was here for
Who's
that
here for
one
that?
already.
What is it? What is it? What did it say?
Say the headline.
It was Escape Kangaroo in Florida apartment complex pool area.
You know what? I wish the entire apartment complex was just occupied by kangaroos. Then nobody would be complaining. It would be kind of nice. Have them hang out with the meth-gators, the steroid scorpions, and all that bullshit. The cocaine kangaroos and bears. That sounds great.
The fucking Lion King. What, right? Was that it? The Lion King?
The Lion King.
Oh, the Tiger King. I'm sorry. I watched The Beekeeper. Okay, here's my connection. I watched The Beekeeper with Jason Statham, and it had Jeremy Irons, who's the voice of Scar from The Lion King. And I happen to think about these things all simultaneously.
Okay, well, what does the
Welcome to
Beekeeper
Zod's
have to
Head.
do with the Tiger King?
I don't fucking know. Welcome to my world.
Jeremy
I
Irons is
wish
the
I
voice
could
of
get
Scar?
out of it sometimes.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons
From
is
the
the voice of
90s?
Scar. Yeah. He was pissed because they didn't invite him back.
Alfred is Scar.
Yeah. Listen to his voice. If you listen to him, you can hear him in every movie. I just think,
Janie,
oh, fuck, that's Scar. That's Scar.
We're going to be out of here, too. But first, Chill's going to plug his channel, and then neither Justin or I are going to plug our channels because,
Hey.
And then Zod's going to go on and on and on and on until we ask him to stop. So, Chill, what do you got going on your channel?
You should all subscribe to Chill Monger. It's spelled just like that. And that little Disney inclusion thing, that chart that I was talking about, I'm doing a video on it. Yeah.
With the Disney inclusion chart? I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
interested.
See, check the video. Out soon.
See, you have a reason to go check out his video.
You should DM me that video so I can remember to watch it.
Will do.
Yes. I'm very excited about it. That's actually, I don't know about this chart, so I'm...
It's a
Oh, you're in for a treat.
I'm not joking.
Oh, yeah.
I am not joking about that.
You are in for a treat, my friend. Maybe you'll make a This Week in Bullshit about it.
So, go to youtube.com/chillmonger. Spelled like that.
Oh, my gosh.
Like that. Wow. Spelled like that. And then ding that fucking bell, and then you'll know when this goddamn video comes out. You're not going to want to miss it, people.
And of course, I have Justin Proper. You could go watch him. We have
I
Winnie
just
the
told you that neither of us have anything to
No,
plug
no,
on our
no. I do
channels.
have
No, you
something.
don't. You don't
Winnie
need
the
it from
Pooh.
me. You could
Winnie
go
the
back
Pooh, Blood and
to
Honey
Justin
2
Proper.
is coming
you could
out.
Look at, hold on. You could look back at the archives and watch all of the classic Justin Proper videos. They were soon going to be airing on TV Land. So look out for that.
Right after
That was a
Golden
great
Girls.
plug. It's on TV Land. God, I haven't watched TV Land in years. Also, check out the review
Right
that
after
I'm
the
going to
Golden
force
Girls.
Justin to do with me. He doesn't know yet. It's going to be Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. There's going to be a connected universe. They're even going to show the next movie, Peter Pan.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
no.
we're in it, baby. We're in it.
Yep.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2.
Go to your favorite
It better be a
search
Tiny
bar.
Pooh this time.
Go to your favorite search bar. Put in Pop Culture PB. Click on the first link. That's me. Other things happen after that.
And of course, I'm going to be doing a full review on Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League because a bunch of people have been reviewing it who don't play video games. So I'm looking to do a review on that. Also, I have a review coming with the bitchy one. She's forcing me Sunday to go see the musical of Mean Girls, so that should be a funny review.
I just saw it today. I literally just saw it.
Is it good or bad?
Look.
I'm a big fan of the original.
Do you like musicals?
No.
I like certain ones.
Do you like
Not high
remakes
school.
that are? You know what? Go watch it yourself, and then we'll talk about it.
What do you mean? You love musicals.
I like West Side Story. I like Grease. I like real musicals.
Really?
Sound of music.
Hold on.
Grease was
Why
boring.
is your
favorite
show High
Carnival.
School
I'm just like,
Musical?
this is
The
bullshit.
musical, the series.
No.
Why is that your
That's
favorite
High
show?
School
You and
Musical.
Bitchy,
The musical. The
series, which is what I fucking said. Why is it that's the only thing that you and Bitchy watch together? Like
because
it's
fucking...
new episode out.
Hey. To be fair,
you think I'm bullshitting. This is true.
No, this bitch, okay, so she's a teacher at this high school. She forges her signature, teaches the fucking music class. They find out she's a fraud, one of the teachers, and they sing a song and get her out of it. It's fucking great. This series is a beautiful train wreck. And then we saw the holiday special, and all it was basically all of the cast showing how rich they are. They were singing songs next to their fucking beach house and their fucking like Corvettes, and I'm like, this is great. This is shit you can't make up. This is the best fucking show. It's the greatest tone deaf show I've ever seen in my life. 10 out of 10.
Can you make it up to the end of the show?
So, yeah, we're on. No,
I just realized something. This is a very dangerous trend, the Mean Girls thing. Now we're getting so lazy. There's a movie that comes out, then they have a dumb sequel, whatever, or remake, reimagining. Then now we have a movie, then they make a musical, and now they're making a movie adaptation of the musical, which is kind of like a remake. So it's kind of cheating. And I see that happening for, I don't know, Elf, Back to the Future. And I don't know
Color
if I'm on board
Purple,
with it or not.
which was the greatest fucking movie ever with Oprah Winfrey and fucking Danny Glover, and they made the fucking musical out of it.
Wasn't Denzel in that one?
No.
Oh, no, it was Danny Glover. You're right.
Yeah, he was the biggest piece of shit. It was a riveting moving fucking movie, and they turned it into a fucking musical with none of the shit that actually happened in any of it, because we can't talk about that in 2024. And the funny part is, the original was closer to the adaptation of the book than the fucking musical, because, we can't bring that shit up because abuse and drug addiction and all that doesn't happen. It's not part of history. Anyways, don't get me fucking started on these musicals.
I see it being a bad trend with the wrong people behind it. I think if they did Back to the Future, they might actually make it kind of good. But Elf, no.
Oh God, please leave Elf alone. That's our favorite Christmas movie. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. please check everybody out. Also, I'm back on Marvel Snap, so you're going to see some Marvel Snap videos. I just got a new deck of the Black Chaos, so I might have to do a deck reveal on that. So come and check me out. Yes, I play Marvel Snap. It's because DC Dual Force got shut down. Fuck. And I had a Zod deck, too. It's sad times for DC. We can't even fucking catch a break in games. Anyways, go check out all of these people's channels. They're beautiful. Thank you, Chillmonger, for coming on and being our guest and telling us what
and not going to the gym when I said I was going to go to the gym after just 45 minutes.
Yes.
Dude, you heard that fucking Rocky
part.
story. You're inspired.
I was like, you know what? Tonight, no gym.
hey, I'm not taking the blame on this. We're just great.
I think your gravitational pull is responsible. Villain.
I said I was fat. I didn't say I was that big.
You have a gravitational pull. Oh, I remember those days.
And
Not
everybody,
as fun as it looks.
And everybody, remember, there is only one rule on this channel, and everybody knows the rule. Kneel.
Representation matters.